What's good, y'all? I'm Jamil Parker, representing YSM Sports Media. This is my guy, Kai. What up, Kai?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good, guy. Good, I'm chilling.
Chilling. Okay.
I'm gonna
So we
wait.
getting into.
We're gonna get into the thick of things, right? We'll get into the thick of things. We're gonna start some shit today. We're
Okay.
gonna wait till some more people enter the chat.
Okay. Man, I don't know. I can't even see when this, John. I'm not gonna hold you.
It's during the day, so it's not like nighttime. So sometimes it's gonna take a little bit to get it going.
No, I'm talking about. It's not even showing me like who's in here. It's just showing me the StreamYard, John.
Oh, right now it's just us.
Oh shit. For real?
Yep. Y'all hope everybody's having a good day. I'm sick as shit. So that's why I'm doing a live because I can't go to the gyms. Don't want to fuck up anybody's fights. Well, we're just gonna talk about some boxing, man. That's what we're gonna do. We'll talk about some boxing.
Yes, sir.
Salute to the chat. Let me know if you're in the building. Ah, I guess Kai, the number one story in boxing is Terence Crawford, Jaron Ennis.
Yeah, man.
Would you agree?
Yeah, right now that's definitely the top one right now. I would say.
All right, so my man MDA says Ennis or Zoo, right? Funny thing, MDA, is that one out of those guys get called the email champ. The other one, nobody says a word. I feel like there's a lot of selective outrage going on. But we'll get to that. All right, so Kyle, the topic at hand is what's Terence Crawford's next best option? Because the fight with Earl Spence, while it was a big fight, everybody looked at it as potentially two mega fights. The rematch isn't looked at as a fight that everybody wants to see.
Mm.
The rematch is looked at as just like the passing of a time. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
it's just something to watch. I would
Right.
imagine a lot of people is going to stream it based off of what we saw, and what we saw was a one-sided ass whooping.
Exactly.
And I can't be mad at it. But today we're going to discuss Terence Crawford's next best option. Because while he wants a fight with Canelo Alvarez, Canelo doesn't seem as interested in Terence Crawford as opposed to maybe fights with like Charlo, Big Charlo, or Benavidez. I'm not sure who Canelo's looking at. But then, if not Canelo, who's Terence Crawford going to fight? Because after Earl Spence, who's left? So I'm asking the question: is Jaron Ennis the next best option if Canelo Alvarez isn't available? Y'all let me know in the comments. Hey, Deuce, you asking what network? I can't wait till that news drop, Deuce. You got to ask yourself, what network is Crawford fighting on? You keep talking about Boots. What network he fighting on?
Mm-hmm. People don't
I
know
know.
that.
I know. Do you? I'm just saying, Deuce. Deuce, Deuce always throwing some shade. I like you, though. I like you.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I don't know, to be honest, with his options, but I would say the two main ones that he had, man, Bud, the two main options that he had, they went right out the window. Like I say, like he had Charlo, but that's not as appealing as it was that it was gonna be.
No. I was excited for that fight too. I was really excited to see the Charlo fight, but that shit went up in smoke, and it shouldn't have. It shouldn't have gone up in smoke because it's still a good fight. But the reality is, people feel like Charlo laid down. Do you feel like that guy?
Yeah, man. I feel like he didn't throw as much as he could have. You know, it looked like he was kind of scared of Canelo's punch a little bit. You know, and I mean, it is what it is, but you feel me? He could have done more, in my opinion. I feel like he could have been a little bit more, risky. He could have took a couple more risks, but you know, what it is. I know. He's with every other fight I've seen with him, he it seems like he's always the aggressor. He always is like the one that's ready, going for the knockout. But that one fight, it just seemed like I'm saying it wasn't you know, his fight for that.
Um, replying to Deuce. Oh, first I want to send a shout out to my man Saint. What's good, Saint? Um, to my man Deuce, you saying that it didn't go up in smoke, that was a media creation. If you're referring to Charlo, Crawford's the one that said he didn't want to face Charlo anymore after that performance. Has
He
nothing to
did.
do with the media. Those are his words. And are you excited about that fight? I'm still am, but a lot of people aren't. But you got Tim Tszyu, who's not being called the email champ, by the way. I'm throwing that out there. Because it's just funny how narratives get put on certain guys for certain reasons. Right? So Tim Tszyu, Janabek, not called email champs. Right? Devin Haney, Boots called email champs.
Email champ.
Triple G, not called email champ. Laura, not called email champ. Ugas, not called email champ. A lot of picking and choosing. Man. A lot of picking and choosing.
That's because everybody got their
No
own
one
type.
say email champ in my comments, bro. Stop it, douche. You capping. Oh, what's good? Shouts out to my man Steph Brown. Be well, YSM, great attitude and content per usual. It is appreciated amongst us boxing fans. Tell Boots hello from Soul Kyle from me. Appreciate you, Steph, for the $5 super chat, man. Thanks for the love. Yeah. This for my man, I hope I'm saying that right. Bandolay, tell me why Tim Tszyu is the next best fight. I mean, Judah Charlo's about to get stripped of his IBF, but is not going to be able to get undisputed at 154. So that makes Jaron Ennis the best bet. Okay, so that's an interesting
Yeah.
situation because now the IBF is coming for their pint of blood. And it seems like they're coming for everybody, probably except for Canelo. And I don't know when is the last time he fought IBF mandatory, but so now that affects Terence Crawford's plans for conquering another division because in one fell swoop because the WBO strips Charlo, and now Charlo has to go into a fight with I can't pronounce the guy's name, but if Charlo doesn't go into that fight, then he's stripped, and then now Crawford has to face three opponents in order to get that undisputed. Saint, I agree. I agree. Whatever he is, call him champ at the end of it, though. I'm just saying, Kai.
Yeah.
Kai, the onus to me, right?
Mhm.
Because of the fluctuation and it being four belts, you're going to get a whole bunch of situations in which that you're going to have guys that are not going to fight the actual champion for belts. Now, what a
Exactly.
lot of fans are unfamiliar with is what interim champion, what does that term actually mean? It means champion in waiting. And so for everybody out here that's watching, and I'll reiterate this later, the only reason why you got Spence versus Crawford for undisputed is because the IBF made Jaron Ennis interim champion because a mandatory was due. But when somebody gets crowned interim champion or fights for the vacant interim title, it allows 1 year for the actual champion to either, deal with injury because that's what it was initially designed for, deal with injury and or try to make a big unification bout with someone else. Now, if they don't make him the IBF interim, then you don't get Spence versus Crawford.
Exactly.
Spence has to defend his IBF title, which would have been probably around summer. They're around the same time. So them actually making Boots the interim champion helped y'all get the fights that y'all said y'all always wanted.
Exactly.
But because he was the interim champion, then the rules as far as with Crawford and his mandatory defense, that shit goes out the window because the interim champion can only hold the belt legally for 1 year's time. And as soon as they ordered, okay, begin negotiations because that deadline is almost up, Terence Crawford said, look, I'm negotiating with Earl Spence for the rematch. I can't do that. And the IBF doesn't recognize, they do not recognize rematch clauses. Historically, they've stripped Canelo, they stripped Tyson Fury for the same thing. They stripped Crawford.
And the thing is, I see a lot of Bud Crawford fans. They I mean, it's like I see a lot of them saying like, "Oh, it's like bias, the belt being took from Bud." But in reality, if the IBF didn't let, like saying, that fight go through, because they could have honestly they could have made they could have made Boots and Arrow fight earlier.
Yes.
But they let that fight go through, and Bud ended up being undisputed champion. Because of that. So it's like you got to look at it that way. I mean, I feel like it wasn't biased, but everybody got their own opinion.
Shit, we got another super chat. My man, I've been chiefing. Why is it that Crawford says Boots has nothing to offer, but yet Boots is undefeated and a knockout artist to sell the fight as well? Okay. Business wise, right? Dudes only say guys have nothing to offer when they're dangerous. And so, does Boots' danger match what you could potentially make from him? I'm inclined to say yes, but I would have to see exactly what Showtime would offer and what price tag would Crawford put on a Boots fight, or what Showtime would put on a Crawford Boots fight. So with those factors, I can't say for certain, but I know that Boots would be Crawford's hardest fight at 147 pounds stylistically, and so in my mind, if I was Crawford, I would expect to get paid like he's my toughest fight. And right now, popularity wise, he isn't as popular as Earl Spence. So that could be what he's looking at. Appreciate, I can't pronounce that, but I appreciate the $2 super chat. I'm gonna put the link. Hey Deuce, you popping, right? You popping shit? I'm gonna put the link in the chat.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
I see it, man.
Let's have it.
It's just more so risk versus reward. I'm saying that's how he looks at it. That's how they all look at it.
I know, but this is the thing though, right? And this is the question for the chat. If Canelo says no, then where's your next biggest reward?
Where does he go exactly?
Because Tim Tszyu is only a big fight in Australia.
Exactly.
Nobody cares about Crawford versus Tim Tszyu here, if we're being honest.
No.
More people would care about a Charlo, a Boots in America.
In America, exactly.
Crawford will have to go to Australia in order for that fight to be as big as it could be. Knockout boxing, what's good?
I just feel like that's being selective. If you sit there and say, "Oh, Tim Zoo's a bigger draw than you know what I'm saying for a fight than Boost," it just really depends, like you said, where it's at in the situation. I feel like because and if you ask anybody over here, you ask anybody, let's say from the Northeast in America, you ask them who's Boost, they might know who Boots is, but the chance they know who Tim Zoo is, they, you know.
No, people in America don't really like the casual boxing fan never heard of Tim Tszyu a day in their life, if we're being honest. But in Australia, he's that guy. So Deuce, it'd be a situation where the superstar Terence Crawford would have to go to Australia in order for that fight to be big. Do you think that Terence Crawford is willing to do that? He didn't do it for Jeff Horn.
Hmm. Only time will tell, man. We're gonna see.
Appreciate it. Another $5 super chat from my man. I've been chiefing. Question: with nobody wanting to fight Boots at 147 pounds, do you feel he can go to 154 and actually get some good fights? Because he has plenty of options. Currently, no. He's as dangerous. He's more dangerous at 54 than he is at 47. And with there being a lack of motion, because if you're Tim Tszyu, you're eyeing Charlo. If you're Tim Tszyu, you're eyeing Bud. Would you do Boots yet? No. If you're Jesus Ramos, would you fight Boots coming off of a loss to Lubin? No. If you're Lubin, would you risk a loss to Boots knowing you already got two? No. If you're Fundora, would you risk losing the Boots after you've been clipped? No. So I think Boots will get fights at 154 pounds if he increases his star power at 147. So you have to put him in big fights in order for it to be a buzz. In order for it to be a buzz when he decides to make that jump.
I feel like the one fight that would like really put Boots' name out there, um, just a little bit more would be like Keith Thurman. I feel like that fight would kind of like give him a little bit of a star power type name, and but I don't know. It's just like honestly, it may take a little bit of time, but you know,
A Bandolay, Cap. You know that's Cap. I know that's Cap. Tim Tszyu isn't known in America. Not yet, at least. Shit, Anthony Joshua wasn't even that known in America. Like, and Anthony Joshua was a much bigger star than Tim Tszyu is. So you reach it. And I understand, Deuce, you don't want to see the fight.
yeah, bro.
Miss Joe said, good afternoon. I got the boy Kyle with me. Hey, yo,
Good
Kyle think he
afternoon.
a pretty boy, y'all. That's why I didn't put the camera on.
Oh man,
Kyle, Kyle's
there
one
we
of them.
go, man.
Kyle's one of them dudes that sleep with his do-rag, lick his lips like
Come
100
on,
times. And be like, yeah, you know how I do.
don't start,
Oh, real
man.
soft to the ladies, blinking real hard and shit.
Stop playing, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely sick. So you have to excuse me. All right, what we got? All right, so look at it this way. The only belt that's up in the air currently, because I feel like everybody's going to come for their pint of blood soon, is the WBO. And if I'm guessing, it's going to be Giovanni Santillan being ordered to face Cody Crowley because Mario Barrios is the interim WBC champion and Amanda Stanionis is the WBA champion. So they will all be your next world champions. And Cody Crowley versus Giovanni is definitely an intriguing fight. See, my man Vanderlei is fishing. Tell me what card that Tim Tszyu headlined in America. See, You clearly got an agenda. I gave a perfectly good explanation. That fight would only be as big if they fought in Australia. It's not hard to grasp. It's a big fight in Australia where Tim Tszyu is a draw. It is not a big fight in America because people
Nah,
do not care about Tim Tszyu in America. They just don't. That's
it's true.
why. That's why he was fighting. He was fighting Tim. What was it? Terrell Goucher on the undercard. If he was that big of a draw, he would have headlined that in America. He's that dude over there.
It's kind of like saying Conor Benn got a bigger name in America. It's kind of like saying that.
Yeah, that's essentially saying that Conor Benn is a huge name in America. Nobody cares about Conor Benn in America,
No,
and it's cool. He has to build up that profile. That's like he's saying Boots is a big name in fucking the UK. He's not.
exactly.
That's like saying that shit, probably the person that has the biggest fan base in the UK or probably the most known is either going to be Wilder or Canelo. Appreciate the $5 super chat from my man I've been chiefing. Only reason I said 154 is because Virgil went there and he's the last of the Mohicans for Oscar's undefeated fighters. No, Oscar got a couple of dudes. Oscar has William Zepeda. Oscar has Floyd Schofield. So he got a couple of guys. I can't say that
He got what's his name? The bull who fought Blair Cobbs. What's his name? I forget his name.
Alexis Roker. Now he got knocked out.
He did.
Bad.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
By Giovanni Santilli. That shit was.
I didn't see that.
Whew. That shit was nasty work. If y'all didn't see that shit, go watch it.
I gotta check that out.
Tragic.
Yeah, I gotta check that out.
All right, my guy Mazuma TV, put me on your channel. Mazuma TV, one of my favorite boxing channels. Mark Mazuma is a good dude, man. He knows his boxing. He's a young and upcoming trainer. Really subscribe to him, man. He's doing his thing. I mean, Dry Water said Boots would draw in the UK. Them fans are something else. I only think Boots would draw in the UK if it's against a UK fighter.
Exactly. Like a Conor Benn.
Conor Benn, Josh Kelly, somebody like that. I think it'll draw good. But all right, what we got? My man, I've been chiefing. I'm saying the relevance that's going to bring him the most money. All right. The most money for Boots would be Conor Benn. I feel like that's his most lucrative fight because the UK has a tendency to overpay guys when they want to bring them over.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Conor Benn in like Saudi Arabia or Wembley when both fighters become big. I feel like that'd be his biggest fight, his most lucrative fight outside of course, Terence Crawford, Earl Spence Jr. If he were to get those fights. I'm in Zone 6. They're Mean Machine versus Boots. Mean Machine must stop twice, bro.
I don't know about that one. They're gonna say, oh, that person already stopped him if he already fights.
Yeah, it's like he's already been stopped by Crawford. He's already been stopped by Virgil. So if you stop him, he already been stopped twice. You don't really get credit. While I think Mean Machine's definitely a solid fighter, and that's still a fight I would watch. I'm just zone the way fans are. As soon as you take a loss, you are damaged goods. Depending on who you are. Let me say that. Depending on who you are. I mean, Crocker Crawford fans don't want the Boots fight because they know how dangerous the fight is. So they're going to bring Boots up, not being a big name, as an excuse. Okay, so boxing fans today are different. And Kyle, you tell me if you feel this way. Mm-hmm. Boxing fans aren't fans of the sport. They're fans of certain fighters.
Yeah.
and they're
Sounds
going to
about right.
shoot their. What's that?
That sounds about right. Keep going.
And they're going to shoot their fighters' bell any and every chance. And so they don't want to see their fighters lose. They don't want to see them in a fight that could possibly be dangerous. Stylistically, Terence Crawford fans didn't think Earl Spence was that good. They thought he was a basic strong fighter. Stylistically, when you look at Spence and Boots, you see Boots has way more ability. Dudes, the first thing they're gonna say is, "Oh, resumes. Earl beat that guy. Earl beat Boots. Never got a chance to fight those guys." But your eyes tell you that Boots has more dimensions than Earl. Earl is your basic Texas come forward fighter, really strong, really sturdy guy. Right? He's gonna come behind the jab, he's gonna close distance, he's gonna lay down good body work. That's Earl. Boots has a lot of the same dimensions that Terence Crawford has, just in a bigger, stronger. Well, I didn't want to say strong because Bud's strong, but just in a bigger package because he's a naturally bigger man, bigger, younger package.
Yeah, it's just too. I'm saying when you see Boots, it's just a whole different, two different type of fighters than Spence. Like you said, it's just Boots can do. I feel like Boots can do everything when you watch Boots.
Yeah. Boots don't need to fight them cheaters. Nah, man, Conor Ben, that's his biggest fight. If we talking money, Conor Ben's his biggest fight. Boots need that shot. I agree, man. Pro Boots channel, I see. Of course I'm pro Boots. Why wouldn't I be? Am I supposed to be anti-Boots? Am I supposed to be anti-Crawford? Am I supposed to be anti-boxing? Like, I don't like that logic doesn't make sense to me.
You just want to see good fights, man. That's all.
I'm pro the sport.
Exactly.
My man D Luck, come on, man. Bud ain't scared of this kid. Hey D, who said Bud was scared?
Nobody said that.
That's you putting words in my mouth. Nobody on this panel said Bud was scared. See? And D's my man, but that's what a lot of people come with. Like, a lot of people come with that kind of rhetoric. To me, boxers aren't scared, but y'all for years said Earl Spence was scared. Y'all for years said Terence Crawford was scared. And I would get on other people's panels and I would say, nah, no fighters are scared. It's just business. And y'all said, oh, YSM, you big cat. Oh, man, you a Spence fanboy. Oh, you a Crawford fanboy. You a Spence hater. You're a Crawford hater. You're a Boots fanboy. I don't believe fighters are scared of other fighters. I believe there's a price tag on everything. It's y'all that believe that fighters are afraid of other fighters, not me. These dudes done fought the best for free in the amateurs. You don't get to that level. You don't get to that level and be scared of another guy. Now, does the business come in at? Like, I'm looking. This kid, when the Terence Crawford says it's a lose-lose, right? And he says that he won't get the credit for if he beats Boots. Will there be a certain contingent that won't give him credit? Yes. Earl Spence fans will say that Boots is green. Earl Spence fans will say that Boots ain't fought nobody. Yes. You have a certain contingent that are Terence Crawford haters, without a doubt. But he's not saying the other lose part. And the other lose part is that's a hard fucking fight. He knows it's a hard fight. Could he win that fight? Yeah. Terence Crawford could beat Boots. But Boots could beat Terence Crawford. We got to see it. If you got an opinion, that's your opinion. If I got an opinion, that's my opinion. But the only thing that matters is what happens when he step into that ring. I don't like judging fights on paper. I want to see them. That's y'all thing. My man Chris talking heavy. We from Philly, but it's no bias needed. Crawford was going to get that belt up the easy way or the hard way. Oh, man. They about to come for you, Chris.
Chris might have started something.
My man Square Biz says he can't fight Boots until he's done with Spence. Y'all fanboys got to relax and understand that there's contract rematch clauses. Hey, yo, see, this is like as soon as dudes get triggered,
Here we go.
here they come with the insults.
Fanboys.
Can I provide you some information, sir? The first information is that rematch clause is voided. The rematch was supposed to occur in December, by December. It is not. The fight's going to happen in February. So that's one. Do I respect the fact that he's going to give Earl Spence his rematch? Two. Yes. But at the same time, if he didn't want to give up the IBF belt, which is a belt that I don't think he cares about, y'all care more than he cares about this situation. He's clearly shown you that he doesn't give a flying fuck about that belt. But y'all the ones that's in the comments snapping and on Facebook posts snapping, and my man Bushido boxing, blowing a head gasket. He doesn't care. He could care less. But he could have paid step aside money if he wanted to keep that belt. He could have came up with an agreement with the IBF that stated that he would face Jaron Ennis after facing Earl Spence, but he doesn't want the fight. He doesn't see a point in that fight. He's expressed that to you over and over again. It don't have anything to do with the Spence versus Crawford rematch. He doesn't feel like the kid has something to offer. So stop bringing up the rematch as an excuse. He doesn't want that fight.
What's poppin', man? I'm late to the party, man. What's going on, man? We got more of these managers still stressing out about Boots getting elevated to the IBF.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
So here's my look on the situation, right? Bud, how can you say it? Bud already said he has no interest in fighting Boots. Come with any type of excuse. So what do they want? They be like, oh man, like it's not fair. So they want Bud to keep the belt hostage and not fight Boots. Like I'm just trying to figure out what these managers want from I'll be like, and to be honest with you, I think if Spence would have won, he would have been in the same situation that he would have had to give up the title or fight Boots. So I look at it as, people just too emotionally attached to Crawford. And reality is they should be happy. All right, if you fight at 154, you fight at 54. Now, if you fight at 147, you can't make them lame ass excuses because now Boots got a title that you can fight for. And you could have a chance to be a quote unquote 2-time undisputed champion. So I'm just trying to figure it out. Like managers just make all types of lame ass excuses because they see Boots as a major threat. They don't want to see Bud potentially lose.
All right. Now this comment, my man Bandalay. I hear Boots is offering $50K. What? Okay, Bandalay. Does that make sense to you? Wait. I'm just asking you. Like hearing that number, does that make sense to you?
$50K is crazy.
$50,000. Right? That's dudes get $50K on the under, like in the prelim bouts.
Yeah, I'm about to say people. I seen a fighter on PBC make $50K on a swing bout.
Yeah, so that's so whoever dropped that news, this is my thing. You can be pro Crawford, pro Boots, or whatever, but some shit has to make sense.
You just gotta have common sense, bro.
Common sense. So you think he was offered $50K for that fight? I was told he was offered 7 figures. 6 figures first, then 7. But $50K, bro? Come on. That don't even make sense.
See, this is why I call Crawford managers, they some bud clowns, because now y'all just making up excuses or making up lies in your head just to just to make it seem like, oh yeah, Boots out here doing people dirty and all types of nut shit. So that's why I don't know. From what I seen, somebody made it up on Facebook. That's what I seen. Like somebody just writing shit.
Bro, I don't even that shit is some ridiculous shit to me. But I see y'all snapping in the comment section.
Ellis Camp said they was offered less than 300K. You're a weirdo. Yeah. YB.
All right, so my man MDF, right? All right, so at that point in time, number one, that's Rashidi's highest purse. That would have been Rashidi's highest purse to date. Boots didn't have a world title, and that was going to be a co-main. So, what do you think should have been the offer for Rashidi Ellis, who was coming off of one round fight in the last 2 years? You tell me.
Did Rashidi Ellis even make 300K his last fight? Because I know they opened up the pay-per-view against Villa.
I doubt it, but and would I take if I was Rashidi? Would I take a fight with Boots for 300K? Fuck no.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
I ain't.
I'm fair.
Rashidi crazy for denying it, but I'm just saying, this whole 50K and stuff like that. Hell no, that's
no, right? Yeah, but I don't. MDA. I don't feel like guys actually know what fighters make. Like in y'all minds, y'all just pay attention to the 1% of boxing. When you hear the Canelo numbers and the millions and shit like that, but I don't think y'all pay attention to what guys are actually making on the lower end of the card.
Like I've never heard nobody making $50,000 for a fight. I've never heard that in my life.
Like that is wicked, bro. That is wicked. But so would I take with knowing what everybody knew? Everybody in boxing knew that Terence Crawford and Earl Spence weren't going to keep those belts. And so Jaron Ennis is going to be the next IBF champion. So I would just wait. That's a fight that's going to be available to me. And when you put a championship behind it, it's worth more money. I don't know if y'all know that guys in their contracts have minimums based off of how many rounds and or if it's for a belt or not. So in Rashidi's contract, it could be, okay, you're guaranteed a $500,000 minimum for a world title bout, $1 million minimum. And so if I know that Boots is on the table for me, I'm going to sit back, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till you get that IBF. And then I'm going to fight you. Because at the end of the day, this shit ain't personal. This shit is business. My man D. Luckett.
What's up, man? I just need to clear something up with you, man. Last thing I'm gonna do is put words in your mouth. I wasn't saying you were saying, but was
Oh no, I saw when you said that, bro.
Okay. I'm just making sure. You good though?
Yeah, I'm chilling. Hey D, you're a Crawford fan, right?
For sure.
I just want to get the perspective because I go on Shido's panels, and from what I hear, they didn't want Boots and Crawford. They didn't want that fight. They wanted a Charlo. They wanted a Tim Tszyu. They wanted a Canelo. So why are they upset that he got stripped? Like, shouldn't we want the division to keep going?
Yeah, I didn't care too much about it. My only thing would be I would rather see Boots fight for it. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that they gave it to him, I'm not mad about that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think Boots avoided Crawford neither. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a lot going on with that. But no, I don't have an issue with them giving him the belt. I just would rather him fight for the belt. And the thing about me too is I want to see the Crawford and Spence fight, not Crawford and Boots fight more than anybody, honestly. Because I really just think Boots ain't ready for a guy like Crawford yet. maybe another year or two, three more fights, maybe. But right now, I don't think that's a fight for him to take anyway at this point. But I definitely would like to see it.
And I think the latter. I think right now is the perfect time. But
Hey, if you believe that, that's
yeah,
fine with me.
yeah, and that's the thing though. And I feel like there's a misconception with Johnny be really hard on the Crawford fans. Johnny, I'm gonna let you cook. But with the interim championship, he did fight for the IBF title quotation.
Technically, yes, yeah.
Because interim champs, for everybody in the chat that may not know, interim champs are champions in waiting.
Right.
So him being the interim champ allowed you to get Spence versus Crawford, the fight that you wanted. But once he fought for that belt and then he defended it, they're not going to make him fight for a vacant. They don't make interim champs fight for a vacant. And that's how you got your quote unquote what dudes want to call when it's convenient an email champ. It's because technically they fought for that belt. They actually had the mandatories that the actual champ didn't have to face because they had to do them.
Right.
Under the agreement that after a year's time, they will become full champ or get a chance to face the actual guy.
Exactly. Talk to me?
No, Johnny.
Oh.
No. Well, I just get on like when it comes to Crawford fans, right? They upset, they in emotions. I just be like, so the goal is
this the Johnny guy that be talking shit. This the guy that be talking shit on the video. Okay, I hear you. Go ahead, bro.
So let's be straight up. Crawford said he don't see no fight with Boots. He don't value Boots in no fight. I might disagree, but he says this out his own mouth.
Okay.
So technically, he ain't gonna. His plan is not to fight Boots. So
Right.
Crawford fans are mad that they stripped him off the IBF. What does Crawford fans want him to hold the belts hostage?
See, I actually expected Bud to vacate all the belts eventually. You know, if he's going up.
I thought he would have done it immediately.
But let me tell you this though. The thing is this: with him having the other three, I think Bud's gonna end up fighting Boots and getting that belt back just out of spite. I just think Boots. I think my thing about Boots is this, right? And I like Boots as a great fighter, personality, humble, laid back dude. I respect him as a man, all of that. No disrespect to him as a fighter or as a person. The only thing I would say with Boots is that if he really wanted it, or if he really wants that Crawford fight the way people like his fans are saying he wants it, I need to see that energy. That's all. I don't see the energy the way I need to see it based on what I look at, how I look at things. And I don't think he's putting that energy out enough to be able to get a guy like Crawford. You just said you got a guy like Crawford, right? And hear me out. Crawford said he want to fight these guys ahead of him, like Charlo, like you said, Tim Zoo, Canelo, guys like that, right? But if you want a guy like that bad enough, you see who he's going after, put yourself in a position to be a target. And sometimes with a guy like Crawford, talk some shit. You know, talk a little. I mean, I'm saying you don't got to really change who you are as a person and your character, but I still feel like there's certain things and certain ways you can go about things to make this fight actually happen. I would love to see the fight happen because I know Crawford. In my opinion, I feel like it's not even a 50-50 fight. I think it's like a 60, maybe a 60-40 or a 70-30, in my opinion, when it comes to Boots and Crawford. That's just what I see.
If it happens, we gotta lay it on the wood.
Hell yeah, for sure. And like
the kid, like when it comes to them, the kid he's respectful, but he says the call out. If it was me, like other people's personality, I agree with you. I'll be calling them out, talking shit, calling them all types ugly, all types of shit. I agree with you. But that's not Boots. He's respectful to any other fighter. It's not just Bud. He's respectful. He call him out.
But you gotta think about this too, though. He's the top of he's one of the best, the best fighter on the planet. So you're gonna have to put a little bit more energy to get a guy like that to look your way. That just any other guy that's on that same level as Boots or maybe a little bit higher. Yeah, you probably can talk. You probably ain't got to talk as much shit to get that fight to be made. But a guy like Crawford, bro, this guy literally at the peak of his career. He ain't looking for that. And if you put that in front of him and he sees something that's of value within that fight, yeah, if Boots do what he got to do and put himself in position, but to make that fight
But
happen.
why?
And here's where I
Hey,
look at it: it's in front of him because all the media outlets keep on asking about it. You could tell it's pinching Terence Crawford nerve. Like he
Yeah,
just went
and
on Twitter.
exactly. But guess what though? When it comes to that, that means Boots need to add on to that and build it up even more. It's not like the fight still can't happen. It's still in front of us. I just need to see, like I said, the media and the people are trying to push it, but we still also I still need to see Boots put just a little bit more emphasis on him wanting to let that fight happen.
wait,
But why?
real fast, Joe. All right, so want to send a shout out to my man Short Dog, my man Eric Holloway. Is Boots really that humble? Yes.
He seemed like a humble dude,
Yeah.
you
All
know.
right. So, D, would Boots talking shit drum up attention for the fight? Yeah. But
But it's not gonna.
I'm gonna give you I'm gonna just give you some insight. Did Gary talking shit to Tank? Did that get him that fight?
Nope.
No,
Is Shakur talking shit to Devin and Tank? Did that get him that fight?
no,
So there are situations where shit talking don't get you nothing because
Get you shit.
dude either
that's
wants to
that's.
do it. Wait, D,
Oh, go
I'll
ahead.
let you go.
Yeah,
A
go
dude
ahead. You
either
right.
wants to do it or he doesn't want to do it. Now, would I like to see him press on the gas? Of course, because it benefits me greatly. But
Right, right, right.
at the same time, he's not comfortable with that. To fans want to make it personal. It's not personal to him. He's looking at the aspect of, want some Andre Ward shit. Dude, I don't want to fight him. I'm gonna go. Like I've done
Right.
plenty of interviews where he still expressed. Just the other day, he expressed, I still want him. I still want to
Right.
fight him. But fans want to see, oh man, I'm gonna keep it a bean. Shakur shit, because Shakur and Dab, they talk crazy. You know
Yeah,
what I
for
mean?
sure.
They get you
Yeah,
riled up. They
yeah.
want that. But also, fans are turned off when they do too much of that. So from his mouth,
Well,
he doesn't
them ain't no
feel like
good. Them ain't the
it
right type of
changes
fans,
anything.
in my opinion. But go.
You hear me? But
Yeah.
from his mouth, he doesn't feel like that changes anything. He doesn't feel like if he talks, because he said, "Oh, I want this guy, I want that guy," and they still find ways around it. So I understand your side, but I also understand his.
Yeah, I get it. But my thing is this too, right? It don't hurt to try.
True. Uh,
So
uh,
at least my thing is this: if you're not even trying to like talk your shit or at least try to rile them up, yeah, it ain't gonna be a waste of your energy neither. At least we know as you as a fighter that you came out of character a little bit to show that you really wanted this fight to happen.
yeah, but do
But
you have
but
You
to
know what
was
I'm saying?
convince
I
you
would
other
gotta
people
appreciate
to
that.
fight though?
you gotta look
I
at it
would
like this
appreciate
though
that.
too. Was Bud that type of fighter? Bud don't be
Not
going out
saying he
there running his
was.
fucking
Not
mouth
saying he
either.
was, but this is what I'm saying. Bud is on a certain he's at a certain level now to where you have to speak a little louder to get his attention. That's all I'm saying.
Look
Not
at
saying that
look at
Bud
Demetrius
not
Andrade
gonna
and
talk no
Canelo.
shit to Boots. You know what I'm saying? Boots gonna have to talk shit to Bud. If he really want, cause if y'all watch boxing, y'all have seen Crawford cause Crawford can get riled up too. Yeah, he laid back, but I think Crawford's a little bit different when it comes to their personality kind of close, similar, but Bud is a little bit more uh outspoken when it comes to when you talk certain shit to him. He's gonna respond. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna respond. I feel like
Yeah.
Boots can do that.
Wait. Can I
They
can I
low
get you
key.
on something real fast? But first, I appreciate my man the OG for the super chat. The only question I have is the people who believe that Boots isn't ready. Who is Boots going to fight within the next year? That's going to make a difference or prep him for Bud. He ready now, in my opinion.
And
Yo,
I
in
was,
the comments
but
below, let me know who do you feel like is a good preparation fight for Bud for Boots. But
Keith Thurman.
for you, D Lucky, right?
Yeah.
Would it drum up more publicity? Of course it would, right? Would it guarantee Boots the fight? Of course not.
Right, right, right.
Everything is dependent on what Terence Crawford wants to do.
Right.
And Blair Cobbs talks crazy about Terence Crawford all day. Crawford acts like that nigga doesn't exist.
Mhm.
I feel like y'all are projecting individual dirty Omaha Bud from I'm getting a brand new house built from scratch, but
Right. Yeah,
two
exactly.
different guys.
Yeah,
At
exactly.
20, what you are at 26 ain't what you are at 36.
Right.
But
The maturity changes for sure. Yeah.
yes, so do I think that Boots could gold Bud into a fight? No. Do I think Boots could gold Bud into a confrontation outside the ring? Yes. I feel like if he talks a certain way, it'll go down at a fight outside the ring, but I don't see Terrence Crawford
Right.
at this point in his career.
Signing contracts and doing all of that. Right.
I don't see it. But at the same
Yeah.
time, I'm not mad at him for going on some money shit because
Oh yeah.
I'm not fighting that, bro. If I got a
As a
choice
man, yeah.
between making 20 or making 10, I don't give a fuck what y'all say in the comments, bro.
Exactly.
I'm going to get
Yeah.
that dub.
Yeah. That's real. I mean, I think you gotta think about this too, bro. Bud, his name is big, right? This is the time, and people always talk about clout chasing, and I don't see nothing wrong with clout chasing, especially at this level when it comes to like attaching your name to Crawford, right? Just imagine if you attach your name enough to Crawford, your name is going to get built, and then guess what? That actually makes the fight more. It makes the fight makes more
Well,
sense at this point because you're promoting it to where you attaching your name to a guy like Crawford, and then you got the highlights,
what
you got the skill. All that's going to be attached with it as well.
what happened if I
Casuals are going to start to realize what's going on, or
without
going
the
to hear
kid
this guy calling out Crawford. That's
without
what I
the
want
kid
to see.
even without him even it's funny. I predicted this like 7 years ago. Without him even talking and going crazy, his name is already attached to Crawford.
Yeah, but it's not big. That's the point. It's not.
I want
It's not on a
that's
certain
where that's
caliber
where
yet. That's what I'm
that's
saying.
where I disagree. Of course, it's not huge, but it's big when outside media outlets, when you have Charlemagne and Stephen A. Smith and all them
Yeah,
mentioning his name,
yeah.
is a bigger fight than what I would say Crawford
I mean,
fans is trying
it
to
might
brush it
be.
off of.
Yeah, you might be. You might be right. I'm not even saying what you're saying is wrong because you could be right. But based on what I'm
Right,
seeing,
I can't
I don't
name
see it.
5 fights right now for in Crawford's in Craw basically 5 potential fights right now for Crawford that's bigger than Boots.
D Luckett, my man Artman got a question for you. What did David Avanesian bring to the table?
Well, if that's the case, if you're gonna bring that up, I'm gonna bring up the fact that if wasn't Boots in contact,
With
Who?
what?
didn't they contact Boots about a fight,
Hold on.
and and his dad turned it down.
Let me
Whoa,
shut
whoa,
I'm
this
just
down.
I'm
Let
just
me
going
shut
based
this
on what
down.
I'm hearing. So
whoa,
no,
Let
whoa,
me shut this down.
whoa,
Now,
Johnny.
when
and
they
and also it's not what David Avenesian had to offer, it's what BLK had to offer. So David
now
Avenesian ain't got
let
shit to do with what the money coming in Bud pocket. So
now let me shut
Wait,
this
that's
down.
how I
Right.
look at that.
Let me shut this down. Right.
okay, wait. I'll let you.
Hold on.
I'll let you go.
Hold
Go
on.
ahead.
So who did Black Prime? Who did Black Prime represent?
I'm not
Who,
sure.
they didn't represent
Explain that.
nobody. It was a one-off deal. They didn't
If it's
represent.
a fight, it's a fight though,
So
right?
Bud
If you
was
gonna
already talking to Showtime for Spence.
all right.
Bruce survived with Showtime. Black Prime is a network. They're not no manager. They're not no promoter. So why would Showtime, when they already talking to Bud, entertain a Black Prime offer? Is that's not even your client?
Hold on, say
Just
that
make it
again.
make sense.
I'm listening.
Make it make sense. Black Prime, Bud was not signed. It was a one-off fight. So he
Uh-huh.
fought David Avanesian, and then he started going into the negotiations with Earl Spence with Showtime.
Right.
Hey,
Boots
D,
already involved with Showtime, so Black Prime trying to be a middleman and make a fight happen.
re-
So
But what
of course they
but him
call
not
they.
so
hey,
him not but
whoa,
him
whoa,
not
D,
accepting that fight, what did that put him?
Whoa,
How are
whoa,
you
whoa,
going to
D,
accept a fight when they both not your client?
Johnny, whoa, whoa. I got D, right? I got D. All right, so this is a D. I need you to just give me 2 minutes just to cook, and I'll
Yeah,
explain everything.
I'm gonna mute myself.
This
I'm listening.
this is what I don't like about certain YouTube channels and media outlets, right? They give out misinformation. And these dudes don't have any sources, right? They don't have any direct contact with any of these people, but they give out misinformation based off of whatever narrative they want to push because they pander to a certain audience, right? Motherfuckers don't like me because I tell the truth. Does it make sense for Terence Crawford to face Boots if I'm Terence Crawford? Fuck no. If I'm managing Terence Crawford or trading Terence Crawford, I'm not going nowhere near that motherfucker, bro. Right? But let me get to this super chat. My man, I've been chiefing. Dude sound like he want Boots to live off of Crawford's name to make a name for himself when he has one already. Any excuse to say the fight is irrelevant. I agree with you to a point, but I understand what D is saying. D is saying you can build your popularity off of being associated with that fight. But D, this is exactly what happened. Bozy Ennis never turned down that fight. YouTubers took a 10-second excerpt from a fucking interview and they built a narrative that was never true. And some of those guys are my friends who actually knew the truth because in real time, I told them when they started having negotiations. I wanted to pull his coat because he's such a big Crawford fan. I wanted to let him know, like, look, we might have to push this fight because this shit might be around the corner. So he knew when the negotiations started. And you know what I'm talking about, Dave. So you can grind him up about that when you talk to him. But anyway, they reach out to Bo. Well, actually, Crawford reaches out to Black Prime for a fight in March. Black Prime wanted to do Manny Pacquiao. Blue Blood wanted Boots. So he convinced Desmond to do Boots. They offer Boots to Bud. Like, look, would you face Boots? Crawford says yes. They call Bozy. Yo, we got the Crawford fight. Do you want it? Bo says, yeah, I want it. Then they start asking him about, okay, well, when's your contract up with Showtime? You know, and he's like, whoa. I want the fight, but I'm loyal to Showtime. So Showtime is going to negotiate on my behalf. And this is where the clip comes in at. Because y'all took it as he's turning it down. Showtime's going to negotiate on my behalf. Let's get this done. He got Showtime and BLK on the phone, and they negotiated that fight. Showtime wanted the fight in June. BLK wanted it in March. Showtime wanted the fight on Showtime. So it was a small discrepancy, but they were working it out. Where Johnny comes in at is BLK doesn't have Terence Crawford in the contract. And when Showtime realized that, what the fuck am I talking to you for? If he wants this fight with Boots, I'm going to try to make it myself. They approach Crawford about it. Crawford tells them, I'm only looking at Boots and Roca if Spence faces Thurman. Well, Spence isn't facing Thurman. And that's why you never got Boots versus Crawford. And I tell that fucking story all the fucking time. And I go from point A to point B. But still, I get dudes in my comments and fucking channels still running with that bullshit. He never said I turned down the fight. People took a 10-second clip. I did follow-up interviews with Espinosa. I've talked to Black Prime. I've talked to Bozy. And everybody says the same thing except for Crawford. But I'm biased. And, you know, I'm a Crawford hater. Okay.
Well, you gotta still understand what's out there. It's not like we taking and making shit up. We're going based on exactly what we heard. One thing about me is if there's more to the story, yeah, that's fine. Okay, you can correct me. I'm fine with being corrected, you know. But at the end of the day, if I'm hearing that, yeah, we loyal to Showtime, so we told them no. If that's what I hear, that's what I'm gonna go by. It ain't that I'm not saying what I'm saying is fact. But I'm just stating exactly what I heard based on that interview. That's all.
All I'm doing is providing you clarity on exactly what occurred. And when I say you're not in my comments, bro, I'm referencing to a certain type of guy. That's
I know it. I got you.
Look.
That's a bet. I mean, I get it, bro. But I actually believe the fight gonna happen. I think it's going to happen. I think there's going to be, because I don't think Crawford retire. I think Crawford going to get at least two, 3 more fights in before he retires, bro. He's going to, because Crawford still, you know what I'm saying, he's still sharp as ever. I don't see no aging, no slowing down, none of that. And I think Crawford gonna make the best of that shit. And I think Boots might be one of the guys that come in between and get up in there. It might be a stay busy fight. You know what I'm saying? It could be whatever. I definitely think that fight gonna happen, and I think Boots gonna get knocked out.
Hey, yo, you know
Yeah.
what's gonna happen in that fight?
What's gonna happen?
Y'all gonna be screaming, "Switch, bud, switch!" with tears in your
Nah,
eyes.
nah.
Your butt's
Hey,
gonna end up like this.
hey, I'm telling you one thing. Boots got to be careful with though. Boots can't go in. See, this is the thing about I like Boots, great fighter. He can do everything whatever he thinks in that ring, Boots can damn near do. And I think the same for
Let's
Crawford,
go.
right? Literally. But the thing about Boots, what I notice is that he does switch without knowing, and that can be a downfall. You know what I'm saying? Like he's saying it's all instinctual when he switches. Bud is more of a guy that switches based on what he sees and he knows exactly what he's gonna do when he does it. Boots is more instinctual and athletic, which is fine. And it's gonna take him a little more time to be able to put all that together and actually understand what he needs to do during a fight instead of doing what just comes with him. That's not always a good idea when you got a guy that exactly knows exactly what he's doing in the stance that he's standing in. So I feel like that's gonna be his biggest downfall. I think I'm not being biased. Like I'm a boxing fan, and when Boots fight, I'm rooting for Boots. You know what I'm saying? But if he fight Crawford, bro, right now, it's suicide, bro.
Here's
I'm
where
just
I
being honest. It's
disagree. Here's
suicide.
where I
That
disagree. If
you
you ever,
should. You're a Boots fan. I get
if
it.
you ever,
Shouts out to my old
what
head
makes
Trash.
what
What's
makes
up,
it
Trash?
difficult is that when Boots switches and it's natural, now you gotta worry about all these different angles.
That's fine, but you got to understand if you got a guy that's boxing you like Crawford with the skill set and IQ of a guy like Crawford, right? If Crawford knows Boots switches, just like we know he switches at any given time, and a guy like Crawford can be waiting on that shit. Timing is a motherfucker. You catch a guy switching and he get caught, you more than likely gonna get dropped, especially with a guy that can punch. So yeah, I get what you're saying. It can come at a certain time at Boots, because I'm not saying like Boots can probably be shit. Boots can probably get out there and stop Bud because he got the potential to. He got the skill set and all of the things you need to beat a guy like Crawford. Boots has those qualities. But all I'm saying is when it comes to the experience factor, that's gonna be his biggest fault. And you trying to get in there and all that slow motion punching and shit like that. That
Why do
shit
you
out the
think he's
window.
gonna? Why do you think he's gonna do that
That's
to
because he
him?
going
Because I
against.
don't hear
That's
me
because
out.
he going.
Because I don't. Bud ain't out there. Bud a great fighter. Bud ain't out there playing around in the ring with motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck who it is. So you
No,
get in the ring with. I guarantee you, Bud would have fought Vigla. He wouldn't have been out there all that. Cause Bud probably can do a slow motion punch. Know what I'm saying? But he
hey,
ain't finna do no.
bro. Wait,
That's just a gift.
let's. Hey,
I'm
yo,
talking about
we need to
maturity.
stop.
I'm talking
Bud
about
is
maturity
Bud is a great fighter, right?
for
But
sure.
just because you're a great fighter, don't mean you have all of those attributes. There's only a handful of niggas in history that have that kind of athleticism
Oh yeah,
that
for
can do
sure,
shit.
definitely.
So it doesn't mean it's like I'm not sure. Like Roy is more athletic than Floyd. Roy can do shit that Floyd can only dream of. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Terence Crawford got that in his bag. That's not what he does.
Got what in his bag? Hold on, got what in his bag?
Bro, have you ever
Because
seen
you
any
gotta
human
you
being do
gotta
that?
think about this, bro. When have you
Wait,
ever seen
have
Crawford
you
let
ever seen
everything out the
a human
bag?
being do
He ain't
that?
never say what?
Have you ever seen any human being do that before?
What Roy Jones Jr. does?
No, but I'm saying what Boots did. Have you ever seen a human being do that? Yes or no?
Boots first person I ever see do some shit like that.
Okay.
But that
So
doesn't. But here's my thing. This is my thing though. That's fine and dandy. But why do it when you don't have to?
yeah, but
Cause
that's
I
that
get
shit
it.
too
the
That's
easy.
thing.
nothing.
I'm
It's
only
not.
This
arguing.
shit too
I'm
I'm
easy.
only
looking at what's
arguing your
necessary.
point. I'm only arguing your point of you said, "Oh, I'm pretty sure Bud can do it." I don't know if Bud can do it. I'm
I
not
believe
gonna.
it. It's not that
I'm not
hard,
going to.
bro.
Bud
A,
hasn't.
a,
Bud
a
hasn't
slow
shown
motion punch and
anything.
you slow down in your pace and you
No,
throw like
he
a little
slowed down. He slowed down,
uh-huh.
then sped up, and then spun off.
That Bud has the athleticism to do that.
Bud is not
But
doing that, bro.
hold
He
on,
don't that
hold
bro.
on.
This is
You
all
know what he not
hypothetical.
going
We
to do?
speak. I'm not even gonna even argue with
Maybe,
y'all about this shit because
but
we
you
don't
gotta.
we don't know
You
what
not
Bud,
going
because you
to
got to
see.
think about it. Be honest. Hear me out. When Bud fought Errol Spence, right? Did he ever leave first gear?
No.
Because he didn't have to,
Hey,
right?
D, let me ask you a question. Did you ever think Earl Spence was that good? I want you to lie on here.
I thought Spence was a great fighter. Yeah,
You
but
did
I
not.
thought Bud. I did. You're
You
not gonna put one thing.
did.
Nope. You're not finna
You
tell me.
thought he
Hear
was
me
a
out.
great fighter,
Hear me
nigga?
out. I think Bud.
You thought
I
he was a
said. I
great
said.
fighter? I want you to
Hear
tell
me
that
out.
lie again.
Hear me out. Hear me out, bro. I'm gonna put my face on the camera now. Hear me out, bro.
Go ahead.
I always thought Spencer was a great fighter. I just thought Bud was levels above him, and I knew Bud was gonna beat the shit out of him because of the style. Spencer's a great fighter. I ain't taking nothing from Spence. But
Spence
all I
is a
was
great
saying when
fighter.
it came down to Spence and Crawford fighting, bro, I knew Crawford. The style was horrible for Spence. And I damn if you go look at the last live when I was on Bushido Live the night before the fight. I think it was the day before the fight. I went live and we gave our last a little bit of opinion on how the fight was gonna go, right? I damn near broke the fight down the way it went because of the style. Spencer's a great fighter, but he just ain't on no level of Crawford. That's all I'm saying. I never said Spencer was a bad fighter.
I'm gonna call cap on that. You always
Go ahead,
said
that's
he was
fine.
good, but you also said it was a whole bunch of things that he can't do. You never,
Exactly.
yeah.
But that
So
doesn't make you not great because
wait,
if you're great at what you do and you're winning at, that makes you a great
Earl
fighter.
Spence is,
A lot of fighters
Earl
came.
Spence
A
is
lot
not
of
a great.
fighters came.
Is Earl Spence
Say,
all time great?
no, I don't think he's all time great, but I
Okay,
think
so
he's a great fighter.
when I say great, okay, so maybe
All time great and great are two different things, bro.
no,
You got a lot of great fighters that are not all time great.
You're either great or you're not. There's good.
What? All time great? That's
Yes,
different. That's another
great.
level.
If
So you
Spence, if
telling me?
somebody wanted to argue Spence as an
So you can
all-time
say
great, they
great.
could probably argue him in there.
I don't think he's an all-time great though. I don't think he's an all-time great. I mean, he's probably done great things in the welterweight division and his division, but as an all-time great, that means you're comparing with damn near all of the great fighters that ever lived.
Yes.
I think Bud Crawford is an all-time great. I think
That's
Spence is a great fighter.
That's like
Bud
Marvin
Crawford is
Hagler
a
was in
great
one
fighter.
division the whole time.
Say what?
Hey, yo, I
You look at Marvin Hagler as an all-time great, though, right?
Y'all carry it.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So I believe.
But
If you
Marvin
look at
Hagler was
Marvin
fighting
Marvin,
He was fighting some of the best
no,
and
but
beating the shit out of
I
him.
get it. The eras, the popularity of names, but
Right.
what I'm saying with Marvin Hagler, he stood in that one division the whole time. That's kind of like how Earl Spence reign is right now. He stood at that whole division at one time. At one point,
Yeah.
he was unified, stuff like that.
Yeah.
He could be, if somebody wanted to debate as an all-time great, he could debate. But let's go back to when it comes to Boots. That some of the stuff just naturally that Boots do, Crawford just can't do.
I mean, we can't say that, bro, when we never seen him have to try it. That's the thing, bro. We don't know. It's a lot of things that I can probably do that Boots can do that you don't know. Just because you ain't seen it,
it's never been
don't
in
mean
his
I can't do
arsenal.
it.
He's over 40 fights in.
He never had to do it. That's the thing. Crawford does what he had to do to win fights.
Got
That's
hit
it.
a lot. He got into what Crawford. This is why
Crawford
I'm a
got
Crawford
hit.
fan, right? I've been broke down Crawford. With Crawford, he's better at the southpaw than orthodox, and the southpaw he's going for the kill.
He got that lead right hand.
The reason I'm a Crawford fan is because he's a dog. When he gets in the fight, he steps it up. Now his arsenal and all that, he had 40 to 50 fights. He's like damn near 50 fights in. He's just not that flamboyant type of fighter.
What you mean flamboyant? The man is a switch hitter. That's flamboyant.
He's a switch. Ain't like he's out there fainting and jumping around doing jumping check hooks like
he don't have to do all, bro. So this is what you're not getting. And this is my point here, bro. Right? When it comes to maturity and experience, bro. Boots, if you go out there trying to do that shit against Crawford, you gonna get your ass whooped. Don't come out there with that slow motion ass shit and think that shit gonna work against a guy like Crawford. You can do that shit against a motherfucker that's C level or B level.
Did Crawford ever see no shit like that?
No, he hasn't.
Exactly. That's why you can't be like, oh, you can't do
it. You telling me a guy that's Crawford got known for speed, power. You know what I'm saying? The dude can punch. You know what I'm saying? The dude can move.
Who got more speed?
It's close. I think Boots may have a little bit of speed advantage, mainly because of his youth. Mainly because of his youth. I think Boots might have a little bit more speed because of his youth. But that's kind of subjective.
Even at 135. Go back to the 135 and 140 Crawford.
No, I definitely think Crawford had more speed.
Negative.
Because I think Boots is more explosive. I can say that. Boots is more explosive, but when it comes to speed,
he had more speed than Crawford. So when Crawford fought Hank Lundy in him, you trying to say he had more speed than Boots?
Yeah, I think Bud at a smaller weight class. Come on, bro. But that's all subjective, bro. That's all subjective. I don't really like to argue. I don't like to argue that kind of stuff because we can go off the eye test and what we think is fast. That's all subjective. So I don't really want to argue that because we won't ever get nowhere with that. But I can say this: Boots is just as fast as Crawford, if not faster. I'm gonna say it like that, at least right now. But I definitely think at a smaller weight, Bud was definitely faster than Boots is at 47 for sure.
Here's what
And
I
mainly
gotta
because
say,
of the
right?
weight.
This is why it's a dangerous fight. This is why, even though
It's dangerous
he
for
can
both
pick,
guys, man. It's a
but
dangerous fight for both guys.
but look, when it comes to style, when it comes stylistically, and you break down the fight, it's just a hard match for Bud. It just is. Boots a naturally bigger
So
guy.
you
He's
saying?
more
So I
explosive.
guarantee you ain't stronger than Crawford. I
That's
guarantee
tough.
you he ain't stronger than Crawford. Crawford is a
That's tough.
strong ass guy, bro. That's a strong man.
And I'll tell you right now,
That's a
Boots
strong
is
man.
strong as
Boots,
shit.
but yeah, Boots is strong. I can believe it. I see it.
And then
Big guy, man. But size don't always mean strength, man.
even Boots got way more volume.
Volume when it
Throws
comes to
in
what,
between
punching.
punches, yeah.
Bud throws combinations when he needs to.
Not like
When he
Boots.
needs to.
Not
That's
like
fine.
Boots.
I
His
guarantee
volume
one
is not for
thing.
Boots.
All right, let me say this. You think he gonna be able to just come in there and think he gonna be throwing combinations and Bud ain't gonna set some shit up? Bud set up his shots. Boots more just athletic and he gonna get you and do what he gotta do with you.
You don't think Boots be setting up? You don't see him set up traps?
Like what fight have you seen him set up a trap?
Against
Like,
Obeko, Lipinets, he set up plenty of traps.
say that again.
Against the guy, what's the big Dominican guy?
Who Boots fought?
No, the Dominican guy. He hit him with the uppercut. That was a trap. He set that up. Against
Yeah, I
Lipinets, he
mean,
set up plenty of
in a
traps.
way, yeah. Boots, like I said, Boots is a man. I'm a fan of Boots, bro. I don't know, but that's one thing I don't want nobody thinking about me because I'm a Crawford fan. Don't mean I don't like Boots, bro.
I get it
but,
because people think because I only diss because I like Crawford. I root for Crawford. Most of the time in this fight, I'm rooting for Crawford. I like Crawford. But I just get on the fans because the fans want to be fanagers right now.
Yeah, you got a lot of fans, and that's on both sides, though. You know what I'm saying? You got Boots fans like that. You got Crawford fans. That's any fan. That's any fighter. You're going to have fans like that. And any fan that you fight.
No, I say right now, Canelo and Terence Crawford fans are the worst right now with it.
Nah, I think Errol Spence fans are the worst. I think they were the worst.
I never heard.
I take
Tank got a lot of fans, but you never hear a Tank fan be like, "Oh yeah, he shouldn't fight Devin Haney or Shakur."
Well, I have heard that. I have heard people say he ain't got it. Yeah, you don't hear it much, but I ain't out there listening to fans on that level. You know what I'm saying? We can't even say that Canelo fans or Crawford fans are the
Canelo
worst.
fans when it comes to Demetrius Andrade and all them. Oh yeah,
I got Andre beating Canelo by the fact, but you got to think about this too though. It's just the fact that the names are so big right now. So you're gonna see a whole lot more shitty Crawford fans than you would see shitty Boots fans because of the caliber of fighter and fan base. The fan base is so big, that's how it's gonna be. Just like Errol Spence had a huge fan base, and there was so many motherfuckers that got him on there.
No, I was getting on them because
for that fight. I believe
I was called them. They was ponies in his ranch.
Yeah, that's it.
But they was just with the excuses with Bud and this and that. I even said like, yo, the fan bases didn't want to really fight each other. They just wanted to argue for years.
Exactly. And I was sick of that shit, bro. I was sick. That's why I was so happy that fight happened, bro. And that's why a lot of you, be honest, bro. How many? You don't hear a lot of goddamn Spence fans out here no more. A lot of guys that you hear, you don't hear them no more because they really weren't really fans of them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys hated on Crawford.
It's fans, but at the end of the day, he got beat down like that. What much can they say?
It's hard to come back,
I'm just being honest. Like what? That's why you kind of seen him like die down a little bit and stuff like that. But even they was making this when Boots came up. Trust me, most people will tell you. Like I've been new Boots for forever. I told people, especially on Facebook groups and all that. They was like, "Oh, who the hell is Boots?" This is when he was about to fight Raymond Serrano. I was like, "Yo, watch this kid." When he was about to fight Alvarado. Watch this kid. This kid is gonna be the one to threaten Crawford and Spence. This is Crawford at 140. They was like, "Oh man, no. Who is this kid?"
Yeah,
I seen it happen 5 years later. Oh no, he shouldn't fight him. But
and I hate fans like that because I want to see the fights. I don't give a fuck about the money being made and all that shit. As a fan, I want to see Crawford.
Exactly.
I want to see Crawford and Boots fight. You know what I'm saying? But I do understand. why Crawford just not really looking at Boots. But yeah,
But
exactly right. Yeah,
I'm the
go ahead.
type. You gotta look at it. I think Floyd started it right with the whole undefeated. That's why I think fans is more attached to boxers. But I look at it, if Crawford was to lose, if Spence was to lose, they still all-time greats. 98% of boxers of all-time lost.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Definitely.
that's what I think is attachment. They scared of, like, I rather see fights that's great on paper than going in and paying pay-per-view to see mismatches that I already knew was going to happen.
Exactly. Right.
So that's
Yeah.
why, even though if you're a Crawford fan and you rooting for Crawford was to fight Boots, you should want to see it as a fan of boxing, because that's
hell yeah, man.
competitive. A lot of
I
Bud fans, when you bring up Boots, oh no, he don't deserve to fight this and that. But
see those.
what about
I think
Jose
those. I don't
Benavidez?
get them kind of fans, bro. I don't get those kind of fans because my thing is this, bro. I love boxing. No, I do my little training and I do my sparring and all my shit, but I love boxing to the point where I see exactly how great Bud is, and I don't get why motherfuckers would not want to see Boots unless they just don't want to see Boots be great. I want to see that motherfucker become a millionaire, bro. I want to see Boots eat. I want to see him and his family, his pops, because of the talent that this man has. He deserves to be on national television, promoted better than he's been promoted. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he gets to that point, which he will. He's young. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like to hear that shit when people are saying, "Oh, Crawford don't got to fight Boots and all this." Yeah, he probably don't. You feel like yeah, he might not have to fight him, but I pray to see that motherfucker
It's
because
kind
I
of like
only live once.
if I was
Real fast,
Jamil,
y'all.
if I was
To
his
me,
actual
it's the
manager.
second- Wait, Johnny, it's the second most intriguing fight in boxing.
Man, for sure, bro. For sure.
Second,
I agree.
because the first is Crawford Canelo. Can Crawford do the unthinkable and
Which I
jump
think he can.
3 weight classes and conquer a great fighter, right? And then second to that is, can Crawford stop the future? I've seen Floyd stop the future. I saw him do it. Can you stop the dominant force of the next generation from taking over during your era? That's what makes it that much intriguing. I'm gonna get to this comment real fast.
Yeah, go ahead.
So my man, Too Short says Crawford is the most accomplished fighter and one of the best finishers in boxing. There's a lot more. Boots needs the answer. Boots is a special talent, but he doesn't beat Bud. Experience is everything. Okay, so
I agree.
my man Short Dog, old head, right? He says experience is everything. Is experience very important? Yes. But here's for the chat. Have you ever seen a great experienced fighter lose to the next big thing?
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
I have. Because why experience is everything? Experience isn't the only thing. Because time catches up to us all.
And you also got guys out there that are just that gifted.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? To where your experience won't mean shit. I can have a job that I've been working for 20 years, right? And I can be the best at my job. But you can have a guy that just started, he been doing this same shit for a year. But he was gifted with a certain type of mental fortitude and mental intelligence. You know what I'm saying? That puts him on the same level, or if not above, the guy with the experience. So some guy, and I think Boots is that kind of talent. He's that kind of talent. I really do, but I just think Crawford is just.
I got 2 questions for y'all. Right? We're gonna play this game. The Floyd Mayweather Jr. that fought Conor McGregor. Nobody has more experience than Floyd. Currently.
Right.
Who wins? Him or the Terence Crawford at that time?
Crawford.
Exactly. All that experience, right? There's a reason why Floyd in his older age stayed away from a certain kind of guy. Because
for sure.
All the experience in the world ain't gonna save you from a certain level of skill and athleticism mixed with hunger. Because
with hunger, right.
You've
Good
been
point.
eating. You making $100 million a fight.
Right. You ain't as hungry. Right. Yeah.
It's funny. I had this conversation with Eddie Chambers about this shit. He was like, by the time you're 35, 36 years old, you know, even though you're an accomplished champion, the most dangerous ones are the younger ones that haven't ate yet.
Yeah.
They got a certain hunger to them.
Mm-hmm.
When you fighting other people that's around your era and accomplished this and that, they ate. So Bud right now, an easier fight with him would be like the Danny Garcias, his era, the Sean Porter. But when you have that young dog that's just naturally that talent, haven't ate yet, didn't really get the feeling of a big time fight, they're the hardest ones.
Right.
If that would have happened, you would have seen like it was a close fight. You would have seen like Lomachenko way more experienced than Devin Haney and Teofimo. I called it when people was like Klitschko against Tyson Fury. Sometimes when you're younger and more naturally talented is the more difficult fight than fighting somebody your age.
Definitely.
So,
but the only thing, and this is my, I'm gonna make a comparison with Boots and Crawford real quick though. And only reason I still got Bud beating Boots because I haven't seen any slippage in his style. Now, if I would have started to see him aging, because some guys don't age as bad as some guys do. You know, so Bud is like a young 36, which is why another part of the reason I feel like Boots needs to let Bud age a little bit better more, bro, because I ain't seen no slippage yet.
Here's my question, right? What would you say?
You haven't seen him put in situations like
exactly. Yeah,
every
that's true.
Every style has a counter. You've seen him against guys that have a certain style, right?
Yeah,
it's a couple of styles that I haven't seen Crawford against. As of
Bud fought a lot of different styles though. He
fought
a lot of different styles.
I didn't say he didn't.
Right. There's certain styles you haven't seen.
Yeah, you can't name a slick fighter. Like I ain't talking about
not like Boots, not on Boots level. Hell no, ain't nobody like him I've seen.
I haven't seen it yet. That's what makes it so intriguing to me.
Right.
So it's kind of like, how can I say it? Like when people like Boots, what would you say people try to say he was exposed with the Karen fight? That's what people try to say, right?
It did expose something that he need to work on something like we all do. Like he need to work on cutting the ring off a little better and stop being so anxious for the knockout. So but that's just a little
quote unquote. He won every round. Quote unquote,
he did.
He won every round. Now most all-time great fighters, for that to be a quote unquote bad fight and win every round, there's most all-time great fighters have rough fights. Even Terence Crawford.
Yeah, I get that, but bro, I feel like Crawford would
by Mean Machine.
Right, yeah.
He was hurt by Gamboa.
Just because he got hit. But I feel like
Delorme was giving Crawford problems for a little while.
But and this is my thing too,
y'all.
Lost
rounds.
This is my thing too. Bud has been through a lot of shit, right? When it comes to his fights, right? He's been hurt. He didn't, but this is more of a reason why I feel like Boots isn't ready. I haven't seen that dog come out of Boots yet. I don't even know Boots got that dog in him yet. Yeah, I know he's a great fighter, great talent, because this is the thing. When you got great talent like that, it's gonna be hard for a motherfucker to pull that dog out of you, right? So hear me out. So going through that type of experience and those type of fights, when you got a motherfucker really land something on you, now you gotta go up an extra level or two. And accomplish and win a fight and knock a guy out. I ain't seen that in Boots yet, and y'all can admit that, right? Y'all ain't seen the guy pull out that kind of because Boots is just that good. I think Crawford's going.
At 26 years old, he got a bunch of question marks, right?
Yeah, for sure.
While we believe, we still don't know. With Ray Leonard, I know what Ray Leonard is. I know what Floyd is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we got questions. Like our eyes tell us one thing, but he still has to go out there and prove it.
Right. Exactly.
Me and Johnny's frustration comes from the guys that don't want him to prove it. It's like
I hate that. Yeah.
You don't tell me, he ain't fought nobody, but then make an excuse for everybody not to fight him.
Yeah, and I was saying the same shit when it came to how people were talking about how Crawford ain't fought nobody. Like, why? If y'all saying that, the guy that we want him to fight is right there. So let that shit get out the way.
Wait,
you know what I'm saying?
I want to say this, and I'm going to pass it off to you and Johnny. Have you not seen Crawford fans perpetuate the same things that they said they hated about Earl Spence and Keith Thurman?
And those fans are hypocritical. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. But I'm a Crawford fan that's gonna stand 10 toes down when it comes to being straight down the middle is the best way I can and giving Crawford props. But I'm not finna give Crawford props and then not give Boots his props and he going through the same exact shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give Boots the same shit out, the same props I'm gonna give Crawford when it comes to motherfuckers. Oh, he ain't fought nobody because a lot of times he ain't fought nobody because motherfuckers don't want to fight him. And then you got fans like you, not you, but like them that are trying to keep that shit going. No, man, I want to see him fight this guy. Shit, shut me up, prove me wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna say Boots should go and fight this guy because he ain't fought. I mean, he shouldn't fight Crawford because he ain't fought a guy like Crawford yet. What the fuck? That don't even make sense to me. Where's the logic behind it? So when is he ever going to be in a position to fight Crawford if that's the case?
Man,
You know what I'm
Johnny,
saying?
I agree.
do you
Now I
want to
agree with
see
you. That
Crawford
to me,
versus
that
Canelo?
shows you're a Crawford fan, but you're a fan of the sport of boxing.
And I'm a
And
man
if
first,
Crawford
bro.
loses, it's
You know,
okay to still be a fan. Earl Spence fans
yeah.
should still be a fan of Spence. He's still a
And guess
great
what?
fighter.
And get what? And Boots get what? And said, you know how you guys like you see how like just like with Crawford and Spence. When Crawford beat Spence, the Spence fans, real Spence fans, should look at Crawford in a whole nother light and respect them even more. Instead, they hating on him more. See, me, if Boots was to go and beat Crawford, and I know how great Crawford is, man, you know how excited I'd be for Boots. I'd be disappointed because Crawford is my favorite fighter, but I'm gonna be extremely excited for Boots because this is some shit I did not expect. Know what I'm saying? Now, if
You got people that's emotionally like it's kind of
invested,
weird.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
they
I got you. They
it's
emotionally
emotionally
invested.
tied into a person. You're not even getting paid off this person. Now I can see if you was like his manager or you had a real investment and be like, God damn, he just messed up my investment. But fans need to be fans of the sports. We need to see top competition fight each
Yeah,
other. Same thing
that's a
when
fact.
Boots is my youngin. I love Boots, and that's a friend. When Boots is on top and there's another kid coming up and they good, I would want to see that fight on a competitive sport.
Facts. Hey, how long you gonna be on YSM?
I got another half an hour in me.
Yeah, I get off in a half an hour, but I gotta go and handle some bit. I'm at work with it. I just want to kind of come chop it up with y'all, boy, man.
Oh man, I
All
appreciate
respect.
you.
I got a new respect for you. What's your name again, bro?
Johnny.
Johnny, because I ain't gonna lie, some of the shit you said on the videos, I was like, I don't know, but now we kind of like, I didn't kind of had my chance to meet you as a person, well, talk to you at least. Manager Martin, man, him got to talk, dude, but but
Marty in the
eventually,
chat. Marty.
I see him. We gonna talk.
Marty.
Tell
Jay,
Marty
when
to
you
come
going?
up.
Yeah, when you going live again? YSM?
I don't know, man.
You need to go live more often, man.
I
I
should.
love your content, brother. I love your content.
Man,
I
I
love to see
appreciate
you
it,
around,
man.
man. The fact that like you connected to fighters that I'm a fan of, so I appreciate you. And like I said, I'm gonna be around. I'm gonna be listening again. And don't ever think, you know what I'm saying, I'm against
Oh,
Boots. I don't want y'all thinking that.
Marty said, send the link. Don't run.
Ain't nobody running from you.
Oh,
I got a job to do, motherfucker. Don't try to talk shit now. I said all this before I even brought your name up. But I'm gonna holler at y'all, boy, man.
All
all
right.
right.
Be
Yes,
safe
sir.
out
If
there.
you're still on, I'll pop in though.
All right. All right.
For sure.
We need Marty up here, man.
Yeah, man. Omaha's most wanted. That's what we call Marty.
Damn,
Oh, Marty,
I think
out there
the
looking
bad
for
fan plays don't like me.
Marty out there looking for the spot.
Yo, what's good? What they talking about, Johnny?
I don't know, man,
What's
but
good?
I know your Aunt Rick Glacier looking for you too, man.
Tell them to come holler at me. First of all, I ain't just want to jump on the channel or on some Macho Man Randy Savage joint. Salute to you, YSL. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you, my guy Johnny. You know what I'm saying? I was just in the chat chilling. I heard my name. Somebody said, "Oh, me and Manager Marty gotta talk." Hey, send the link. Let's talk. Now he ran off because he saw me in that chat. He knew I was coming up here.
Man, my man D's a good dude, but you are Omaha's most wanted.
I'm Omaha's most wanted. I'm
At least
YouTube.
At least
I'm
I
YouTube.
respect D because he ain't like the rest of them bud clowns. At least he said I want to see them fight. Ain't he like throwing up? No, he don't. I respect that. I be getting on the bud clown for base for wanting to be fanagers, being like when Boo's name come up. Oh yeah, he don't deserve it. I'd be like Jose Benavidez deserved it, or did Mean Machine deserve it? Because I can't name who they fought before. Who did Mean Machine fought? Ray Robinson and really drawed before he fought Bud. Am I right or wrong?
He lost that fight, by the way.
I know he really lost, but they gave it a draw. And then he fought Bud the next fight. So that's the stuff I'll be tired of hearing. And then they be like email champion. I guess Tim Tszú's an email champion too. I don't know, man.
Here's the thing. I gotta say this. I have to. I don't know the guy D. You
He's a
said
good
he's a
dude.
good. You said he's a good dude, so I'm taking your word for it. You know, anybody that you call solid, they solid with me. The thing that D did wrong, though, I'm gonna help him out. He asked you how long you gonna be on here.
Mhm.
YSM, you said I got a half hour left in me. He said I
Mhm.
gotta take care of some business. I'm at work. Then he closed it out by saying, "I see Manager Marty in the chat. Me and Manager Marty gotta talk." Then he asked you, "When is the next time you going live?" What he should have done after he made that statement about me was say, "Ask Manager Marty when's the next time he's going live," since he want to talk to me. You see, so now that we putting it out there live, I'm going live tomorrow. So D, if you're listening when you get in the car after work in a half an hour, come on and talk to me, and we can have a conversation, brother.
They all gonna get them. Omaha gonna get at you, man.
Hey, the thing, the thing that Omaha have to realize is I have not said not one thing wrong about Terence Crawford, nor did I ever insult the man. So I don't know why I'm most wanted. Only thing I can say is the truth hurts. And
No,
I'm
that's the
not talking
same
about
way.
Marty,
Errol
You never
Spence.
heard me personally come at
Marty,
Crawford. But I saw they fan base. I saw they fan base. Them Spence, them Spence fan base, some ponies that was in his ranch. I always came at them. They quiet down a little bit. I admit they quiet down a little bit because they can't really say much to Crawford fans right now. So they
Marty,
quiet down a little bit. They
you
waiting for the rematch.
insinuate though.
You said
Huh?
what?
I said Marty, his language has undertones.
Come on with this, man. What's the
Oh,
undertone?
they don't
The
like your energy.
SNAC program in what Marty's
It
voice.
it
They
works.
said stop sneak dissing.
Never.
They be like, at least Johnny be right at us. He want that smoke.
Let me
You
tell you,
sneak dissing.
I ain't. Hey Johnny, let me tell you this, and YSM can attest to this. I don't sneak this nobody. You can ask any content creator that ever mentioned my name or insulted my name. I never sneak dissed them. I put them on a Summer Jam screen and rolled the tape on each and every last one. Look, a lot of people forgot
He said he put
my
him on
issue.
this summer jam screen.
Yeah, a lot of people forgot when me and Mike Williams Sr. had a beef. Mike Williams Jr. dad. A lot of people forgot about that. So it don't make no difference who it is. If you come for Manager Marty, and it has to make business sense now. I don't want no regular fans just come out of Woodworth. It has to make business sense. But at the end of the day, it's entertainment.
Yeah.
Omaha know that the snack program works. And also, I had the guy, LC, who's a friend of Crawford's nephew. I believe that's his best friend, he said. And Crawford knows him. He came on my platform. I didn't invite him, didn't know him. And I asked LC, why do you think Crawford went over to the snack program? His words, not mine. He said because Errol Spence was stronger and bigger. That's why he went over there 2 years prior to him fighting Errol Spence. That's facts. This is what that man said. So they hating on me and getting mad
You
at me for what?
you about to get hit that man jacked up in his own can.
No, but that's what he said. I put it out there on video. That's what he said. He said, because I said, well, why he ain't go over there for Sean Porter? He said he don't need to go to no snack program for Sean Porter. That's on wax.
No, but here's what I say. Like I can see like 9 times out of 10 Terence Crawford stylistically being Earl. But one thing I do see out my own eyes that Earl didn't look like himself. He looked like he was drained that whole fight. I seen that from the second round. I was there. I was like, oh, this shit is over with. Once he went to Southpaw the second round and none of
No, he
Earl
went to
Spence.
softball. He was a softball from the gate.
But yeah, once I seen Earl Spence when his punches didn't have no thump on it, it was over.
Here's the thing, Johnny. If you go back and look at, and this is not for you, this is for everybody in the chat and everybody watching live and living color. If you go back into the interviews that YSM has done with me in the very beginning before he made me a celebrity, because he knows I believe that I'm not one. I told Bud Crawford what he had to do to secure this fight. Now, that was outside of the ring. Terence Crawford did everything Manager Marty recommended that he did. Now, and he's done it and was successful. I'm also on record. I can pull the tape up on my content where I actually said when I was asked if Terence Crawford win, how would he win? Which strategy would he have to use? I said Terence Crawford need to do two things. Number one, he cannot sit back and let any of the information be downloaded. In other words, is he can't sit back for 3 or 4 rounds trying to download information. He has to come out guns blazing from round 1 all the way up into the duration of this fight. And number 2, he has to remain in the southpaw stance from round 1 moving forward through the duration of this fight. So he did all the things I told him to do outside the ring. He was successful. He did both of the things I said he should do inside the ring to win. He did that. And people still trying to find a way to criticize me. And I was right. Though, even if you don't believe what I say about what he should do inside the ring, because I'm not an in-ring performance expert. But outside the ring, I know this business. And I still didn't get the credit. I've been receiving criticism the entire time.
So Marty,
wait, John, real fast. Yo, YSM, remember 2 years ago I told you Bud was going to knock out Spence? You called me a whole fanboy and says I was from Nebraska. All right, so I'm going to punch holes through this narrative. I wouldn't have called you a fanboy for saying Crawford was going to knock out Spence, because 2 years ago I thought Crawford was going to knock out Spence. What changed my mind and what made me say it was a 50-50 fight was the Ugas performance. So if I called you a fanboy, it was probably because you were doing some fanboy shit in the chat, not because you predicted a particular outcome in the fight. So that's cat.
Yeah, so let's move on from the Bud saying that's clowns and the Spence ponies. What do you think about this Benavidez versus Boo Boo fight, if you had to give your projection on it?
Oh man, well, I'm gonna give it right now. I mean, it's very simple, Johnny. And Jamil's going to call us an undertone, but I got to keep it all the way 100. This fight is going to be a very competitive fight for 2 reasons. First of all, Benavidez, he can fight, but we've seen a lot of flaws, technically speaking. I mean, he's been getting away with them a lot. And Boo Boo can, Demetrius, I'm not calling a grown man Boo Boo, but Demetrius, he can definitely neutralize some of the flaws that Benavidez had. But the second reason is really the most important one. And I just put a video out. I am reaching, but I put the video out and yesterday, I think. And the thing is, the SNAC program works. You heard Demetrius Andre tell you on All Access. He said, I got that special sauce, the signature stuff. Hey.
See, there goes the undertone.
No,
the SNAC program, the man's with the SNAC program. Listen, Jamil, he had the shirt on when he said it, bro.
Yo,
no, it's funny.
Hey,
I was just telling.
Hey, Johnny, I want to point out something, right? For everybody that loves to quote Boots is in the SNAC program, if you look at the background of the Boots pictures, it'll be the background of the gym that they were in when I was recording. If you look at other guys with the SNAC shirts on, their background is the SNAC facility. So when we say that there's a difference between a sponsored athlete, an endorsed athlete, and an athlete that actively is in the program, is 2 different things. I don't know if Crawford is or isn't. I just know that he is endorsed by SNAC.
Who Crawford?
Crawford. Yeah,
no, he's in the SNAC. No, he's in the.
I don't know, because I've never seen him at the facility.
Yeah, he was there. No. He took a picture with Devin Haney at the SNAC facility.
Right.
Oh, well, there you go. I said I can only speak for myself. I never saw.
And I'm one of the first content creators to put that picture out. But the thing about it is, not only has he been working out in the facility, the SNAC facility, but he also told Joe Rogan, when Joe Rogan asked him, "Are you in the SNAC program? Are you with the SNAC?" He said yes. He said it in a live interview on Joe Rogan. Now, it's interesting to me that you can't go on YouTube and find that clip anymore, but I still have it. The SNAC program works, man.
My man Andres says the clear. Victor, that clears some good stuff. But wait, I gotta check my man Andres real fast. What would you gain by advertising advertising for SNAC nutrition. Money. They pay good money. They pay good money. Hey, Victor, YSL, the door is always open, baby. What is that shit called? ZMA?
It's funny. I tell you a couple days, Jamil, off record, I was like, man, I look at the fight. The only thing, I haven't been around Boo Boo, so I'm going off of if he's in shape and everything going on, I'm going to take that underdog. I could see Boo Boo beating Benavidez.
Yeah, he can definitely outbox him. Ain't no question about that. I mean, look, to keep it 100, Caleb Plant, you go back and look at the first 5 rounds of that fight, he actually laid out the blueprint to beat Benavidez. You just got to endure. You just got to be there for the whole entire night.
Somebody said Andrea getting stuck.
My man Claymore Rain has entered the building. What's good, Claymore?
What's good, man? I had to shut off my YouTube. I was like hearing the echo. That's because I had my YouTube running. All right. How you gentlemen doing tonight?
Are we good, bro? What's up with you?
I'm doing real good, man. Salute to you, YSM. First of all, I've been following you. I don't think without you, bro, we'd ever get the information we get, man. You do the greatest interviews. Shout out to Greg Hackett, because I know you directly connected with him. I think he's the underground king right now. He's uncrowned, but I think the boy is just doing a great job. Shout out manager Marty. You know what I'm saying?
Wait.
Salt of the
Claymore,
earth.
I gotta stop you real fast. First off, I appreciate you, right?
Yes,
I appreciate your viewership and the love. But he's not manager Marty anymore. He's officially been named Omaha's most wanted. That's how you gotta address him. He's Omaha's most wanted. He got a target on him.
Respectfully, Omaha's most wanted. You know what I'm saying? Also known as Manager Marty. How about that?
Yes, you got to include Manager Marty, because Manager Marty is a brand name. Want to know why? Because I'm not just a boxing manager. I help people manage their credit. I help people manage their finance, and I help people manage their taxes because I'm certified in all 3. So I'm a manager all around the board, brother. So Manager Marty's is a brand name, and I'm trying to build it. So, and I am Omaha's most wanted. Merchandise coming soon.
We got to get a shirt made with your face.
They're looking for you. They looking for you. Keep your head on the swivel. You safe in Philly, though. You good in Philly. I had a question, man. And what's the brother's name up to? I don't see no name. I don't know his name. Johnny.
You probably see me. I'm Johnny Full Throttle. You know, I'm another one that Omaha like to hate on white.
They don't like you in Texas either, Johnny. They don't like you.
You said what?
They don't like you in Dallas either. So.
Oh yeah, they don't like. Damn, you from Dallas or Omaha?
Not me. I'm from New York. So
you from New York?
Yeah, I'm from New York, but I live in PA. I live in like central PA right now, like Harrisburg.
Oh, all right, cool. So, I was about to say you're not a Bud or a Spencer trying to attack me up here.
Oh no, never that, man. I don't do that, man. I like boxing, man. I can't do this. I can't do that. Yeah, we're not doing that. I can't do that. not another grown man, man. Not another grown man. But respect for all those fighters, man. Respect for all. The thing is it legal or illegal to use it? Like, is this like underground? Like, is it me, or is it like a supplement like any other supplement? What is it? Victor Conti that makes it weird?
You want me to answer this? Or?
I'll go first. Okay, I'll give my perspective. All right, do you remember Balco and Barry Bonds and that whole situation with Marion Jones and what is it, Tim? What is this? Tim something?
Tim Montgomery.
Tim Montgomery with the track meet. Right? You remember that? In the late 90s?
Tim Montgomery, but I remember the first half of what you were saying. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so Victor Conte was supplying them with allegedly supplying them with steroids. It was an undetectable steroid called the Clear.
Right.
Now, according to the documentary, what he would do is he would give them the Clear and then have them endorse the regular over-the-counter snack products and make millions off of it, because fans think that the reason why they're so athletic and they're so good is because of the ZMA, the expedite, all that, the over-the-counter stuff, when in actuality, they was on that good stuff.
The best.
That special sauce.
The Clear.
Okay, so, the Clear. I got you.
Now, allegedly he
Uh-huh.
is just doing over-the-counter stuff and just performance enhancing and not dealing with any kind of steroids or illegal performance enhancers. I don't know.
Love the air quotes, by the way. I totally get it. I love the
I
air
don't, I
quotes.
don't know. I don't.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, yeah.
But Martin, go ahead.
Well, I mean, the thing is this: the snack that you see online. I don't know if they have them in the stores like they used to, but definitely online. It's legal. Um, all of the supplements, they're legal. The pre-workout liquid stuff, that's legal. In fact, I don't know if you saw this, but on my channel, Live and Live in Color, I actually was drinking the pre-workout stuff
I saw that.
live. Yeah, live. It's for real too. Like I'm not even gonna hold you. That did give me a little boost. That and I wasn't even trying to work out. I was just doing it for entertainment purposes. But I still wanted to taste it, and it definitely tastes like Project Kool-Aid. Definitely
Hey,
sweet.
hey.
But but the product that Victor Conti is selling to the
Right.
general public, it is legal. So when I say the SNAC program works, I'm referring to whatever Victor Conti's given to the athletes. None of us have proof whether he's giving them legal or illegal substances, right? So it's not fair to come out and say that none of the fighters, I mean, that all of the, excuse me, it's not fair to come out and say that all of the fighters that work with Victor Conti
Right.
is using illegal performance enhancement drugs.
Right.
That's not fair to say that because we don't have evidence of that. So when I say the SNAC program works, we're just talking about the stuff that we know about the SNAC program, the supplements, the workout regimens that he used, the little oxygen mask that he used at his facility, whatever else training methods that he used.
Okay.
Obviously, it's legal. Now, here's the part that makes people very skeptical. It goes back to what YSM Sports Media talked about via the Netflix special when Tim Montgomery came out and he said that Victor Conti was pushing the legal product, but that's not the product that he was giving the athletes to make them enhance their performance, right?
Mhm.
So that's one piece of it. The other piece of it is that Victor Conti has come out and arrogantly admitted that there are substances out here in the sports world that are undetectable. So
Yeah.
that if a fighter was being tested by, let's use VADA, the doping agency, they can actually beat certain performance enhancement drugs so that you won't be able to tell whether or not that they're using illegal substances, right? So when you look at all of those, elements, and then you look at the performances of these particular fighters, to me, it don't make no difference whether or not it's legal or illegal. It works. Now, when I say it don't make a difference, I am not saying that I'm advocating for cheating. What I'm saying is we don't know if it's legal or illegal, but we do know it works. That's what we do know. And apparently, it's, it must be legal enough for people to use it, not get caught, and they test negative in these fights that they're testing with VADA.
Right.
And we already know that Victor Conti is very close to Margaret Goodman. Most people don't even know who Margaret is. Margaret Goodman has been in the sport of boxing for almost 35 years. She used to be I'm going back in the 90s. She used to be the head ringside physician for the Nevada State Athletic Commission. If you look at them old fights, you'll see a white woman with red hair. That's Margaret Goodman.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Margaret Goodman. And she's the one that spearheaded this whole ordeal with her building the origins of VADA. All right. So her and Victor Conti are close. When Victor Conti got out of jail, he made sure he went to all the doping agencies, including WADA, to be able to show them, this is his words, not mine, in recent interviews and in the past interviews, to show them how to catch cheaters. So he basically built in protocols for them to be able to test cheaters when they're testing.
Right.
So
So that's a conflict of interest because he's selling product and he's a strength and conditioning coach. But at the same time, hey, it enhances the performance of every fighter that he works with. And I have to say this before you continue, Jamil, because this is as equally as important. Two fighters, at least two fighters that we know of, that was under the SNAC program, they tested positive for a banned substance. And I'm talking about Willie Monroe Jr. in 2018, nearly 3 years before Terence Crawford went over there. And by the way, Willie Monroe Jr., he was in the camp for Terence Crawford fighting Errol Spence Jr. And then also in 2011 and 2012, what's my man name? Andre Berto, when he was about to fight Victor Ortiz, he was with the SNAC program. I put all this stuff out on my channel. He was with the SNAC program. When he was about to fight Victor Ortiz in a rematch, he tested positive for a banned substance. So there's at least two fighters that we know of that was with the SNAC program and Victor Conti, and they tested positive for a banned substance.
All right, so this goes back to the interview that we had. Remember, you got to get VADA testing before you take that chick now. I will not. No, when I sign the contract, ain't gonna be no VADA testing when I'm coming over there because I don't know. I don't know which day I'm gonna need to enhance performance, right? Now, I can neither confirm nor deny if I have ever enhanced performance. Marty, can you confirm or deny if you've ever enhanced performance?
No, but I know when I took that pre-workout stuff with the SNAC program, I was trying to get all the Playboy buddies on the phone to test it out.
Playboy, hey, can you confirm or deny that you've ever enhanced performance?
No. I cannot confirm nor deny that. I will not confirm nor deny that.
No, my number one goal is to win, man.
Listen.
Just in my Al Davis, just win, baby.
Listen, they say some people say if you talk to the New England Patriots, and the motto over there is if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying to win. So we don't even so here's the second half to now that I've got an explanation of where the SNAC programs, like where the whole entire narrative.
Did you see the Netflix documentary?
I started to, but I'm actually gonna watch that today. It's funny you say that. I'm gonna watch
that. You gotta watch that, bro.
It's good.
Oh man, my food is here. Give me 2 seconds. Y'all hold 2 seconds. I got some.
All right, we got 8 minutes left. All right, we're gonna rock out for 2 hours. I do feel like Marty, and we talked about this before, it has an undertone when he says the SNAC program. He puts so much emphasis on the SNAC program and how it works. I feel like it's a little unfair though.
Can I slide this in now?
Go ahead.
So are we okay at this point, being that it seems like you're comfortable enough right now at this point to say that from the research you've done, outside of the two people who popped on the test, from the research you've done, it's pretty much clean supplements. The supplements are clean, and somebody who's using SNAC isn't you're not suspecting them necessarily of using something illegal unless they pop on a test, right? Like using
me
SNAC, and you and YSM, like
no, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you like I always do.
Okay.
I don't know whether the people that's on the SNAC program are juicing or not. And I am not saying that they are not juicing just because the products are legal. I don't know. Because
are you willing to say they're not juicing if they're not failing tests?
Well, you got Victor Conti saying that he knows how to beat the test. So I can't even use that as a form of reference. But the bottom line is, if they're passing tests, I can't come out and say they're juicing if they're passing the test. That wouldn't be fair to any of the fighters.
But so, is it fair to I don't want to say suspect, because everybody can.
Yes, it is fair. If I have suspicions, that's fair. I'm gonna give you an example. If there's a saying, "What's good for the goose is good for the gander." There are several different interviews, even in the last 6 months, that Victor Conti has done, where he said himself that he's highly suspicious of Manny Pacquiao's performances in his last 3 fights and even in his entire career. And he's on record saying that his opinion was that Manny Pacquiao have been juicing and using illegal performance enhancement drugs. So if Victor Conte can come out and have suspicions, why not nobody else can come out and say that they have suspicions? You know what I mean? I'll give you another example. When I looked at Crawford fighting Errol Spence, I didn't accuse him of doing anything illegal, but I was on record saying publicly that I am highly suspicious of his performance because he looked different
I
to
saw when you
everybody.
said that. I saw
Just
when you
like other fighters look different. That's what the SNAC program. So yes, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm wrong or anybody's wrong for suspecting something when they're rolling with a guy with the history of Victor Conte. This is what comes with it. When you roll with somebody like Victor Conte, whether he changed or not, the level of suspicion is going to be over the head as a cloud of Victor Conte. So if you roll with him, you got to deal with the consequences of people being suspicious. That's all.
But so let me ask you this then. So what would a fighter be able to do? So I mean, there's nothing they can do pretty much to shake that off of them except not work with Victor Conte. If the supplements are working for them and they're receiving benefits from it, and you know, as far as they know, if they're taking tests, if they're being tested themselves and they're not popping hot on anything, they have no reason not to believe that the supplements are good. At what point do they earn a pass or a, you know what? It turns out you're not using supplements.
Well, the thing is this: we have to take Tim Montgomery's word as credence, because, and when you watch the documentary, you know why I'm saying that. I don't know if they're taking the supplements or not. I don't know if they are. But here's the thing. Then let me say this about boxers. And I've been around boxers half my life, me being an amateur, now me being a manager. Boxers know when they are cheating. It's not like they just take a pill and, oh, I didn't even know. Let me explain something to you. It's not in the pills. Cheating is not in the supplements. That's what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is when a fighter is taking a supplement, a pill that you can buy over the counter, that's not the cheating that they're doing. The ones that's cheating. That's what I'm saying. Let me give you an example. When Sugar Shane Mosley, when Sugar Shane Mosley fought De La Hoya in the rematch, this is not me just making this up. He was in a deposition. This is all on YouTube. And Victor Conte admitted it in the Baco scandal. When Sugar Shane Mosley fought De La Hoya in the rematch, of course, this was 5 or 6 years later when it all came out, Victor Conte said that he actually injected the navel area of Sugar Shane Mosley multiple times to give him the EPO. Okay? So what I'm saying is he was not taking the supplements.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay. No, I see what you're trying to say. You're basically saying it's not the supplements. It's more of Conte than the supplements because I guess you weren't trying to say it, so I won't say it, but it's the other stuff that Victor Conte has the expertise in administering and covering it up. That's always going to put a shadow over them, not the SNAC supplements per se.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I am saying.
Right.
I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna head out.
Yeah.
It's a heavy jacket. It's a heavy jacket to cast on anybody if they haven't tested positive. But at the same time, if I'm on the corner with a drug dealer, can I be mad at anybody for, in their mind, thinking that I could possibly be selling drugs?
Not at all. Not at all.
So it's hand in hand. I don't want to hang that jacket on any fighter, but at the same time, you with a guy who knows how to circumvent the test and has a history in that. And so there comes a certain level of scrutiny when associating or being in a company with certain people. That's just like. So I feel like Marty has a certain undertone when saying it. I don't think that it's fair. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, Marty will hit me with it. Well, yo, you a murderer. It's 5 murderers with you, and it's just you. Am I supposed to think that you a choir boy?
Right.
So
I heard
it.
Marty said that before too.
But YSM, can I defend my honor on this part though?
Good.
I have to hold the fighters accountable and their trainers, managers, fathers, and whoever else. If you know as a grown-up, whether male or female, that this is a part of the consequence for people to be suspicious when your performance is enhanced before you go over there and you still go over there, it don't make no difference. You got a suspicion or undertone. You knew what you was signing up for before you went over there. So at some point, whether somebody accuses or insinuate or just say, I'm just suspicious, but I'm not accusing, regardless of the fact, the consequences are associated with your decisions as an adult. Now, if they had no knowledge about his history, that's something different. But nobody in the sport of boxing can say that they don't have any knowledge of Victor Conte's history. And I'm not saying that Victor Conte's doing something wrong, because once again, I don't know. I actually like the guy. All I'm saying is, if you look at the fighters that are under his tutelage and under his program, it works and they look good. That's just the facts.
Yo, but again, when you say that,
Yeah.
you
For
say
sure.
it with the undertone.
But okay, but
100%,
how is it
man.
an under, bro?
But
How is it an
I want to say this real quick.
It's like, hey, Martin,
How
this
is
is
it an
where we
undertone?
at.
Yeah.
But hold on,
This is
I gotta say this.
It's
Real.
right on it. It's
Hold
right
on.
on it.
Hold
But
on.
look, wait,
I
hold
gotta
on.
say this.
Do it,
How
Martin.
is it? Let me ask you. Hold on. Let me ask you a question, real quick. How is it an undertone? Now, this is not to you. I forgot your name at the bottom. What's your name?
Claymore.
Claymore.
Yeah.
This is not to you, Claymore. This is for Jamil because you saw the Netflix documentary. He didn't yet.
I did.
Towards the end, we heard Devin Haney himself say, it's not drugs, but it's performance enhancing. He's telling the world that his performance has been enhanced with the guy. All I'm saying is the same thing he's saying.
Yeah,
Their
but
performance is enhanced.
But I gotta put a but in there. But right,
Huh?
if he's getting those results from the legal part of SNAC that you've already endorsed in your own way, saying that you yourself have tried it and felt the effects of it in a positive way, if he's talking about those effects, he's not talking about the negative stuff. Even though he's admitting, he's saying that in that documentary, and he's speaking to, yo, man, this stuff works.
Yeah.
Endorsing your experience with the legal stuff, that it's very reasonable that he's also speaking of the legal stuff and not the illegal stuff.
That's what I'm saying. It's an undertone when I say it. I'm saying the same thing Devin Haney
Yeah,
said.
because no, you're not, because
That's the hell I am.
listen, the undertone that you're bringing to it, because we just sat here and talked about how it's not the SNAC program that you're talking about. You're talking about Victor Conte and what he does outside of the SNAC program.
What I'm saying is the SNAC program works. Whatever, I don't know if they're taking the supplement or not. I don't know that. Remember, I said that.
Wait, let me say this, Claymore, right? Does SNAC pay athletes to endorse SNAC? Yes.
That's what I thought. That's what I assumed.
Does that mean that those athletes take SNAC? No. I know at least 2 athletes that are endorsed that don't take SNAC. It's just the same thing as
right? Boots is one of them, right? Isn't he endorsed?
I'm not calling out no names because I ain't fucking with nobody's money.
Church.
But
that makes sense, 100%. My bad.
That endorse SNAC, but it's the same thing. Just because I endorse Pepsi doesn't mean I drink Pepsi. I could prefer ginger ale. I could prefer Sprite. It doesn't mean I could not drink soda.
I could just drink water.
Yeah. So I'm not going to hang any jacket on anybody because unless you test positive, I can't say if you're using. But
I never said it. I'm just saying that they're
the undertone.
Listen. All right, I'm gonna ask you this, Claymore. Everybody on the SNAC program that you saw, be honest and keep it 100.
Yes, sir.
You saw them in fights where their performance was enhanced. Yes or no?
Enhanced? I can't say enhanced. No. Great. Doing well. Yes, enhanced. Like when we're talking about Crawford, I don't know if that was enhanced because Errol was in his situation as well, right? Errol came to the table depleted in some ways. We got to factor in how much of it was Errol not being where he needed to be and how much of it was. So yes, did Terence look extra spectacular that night? Yes, I can say that.
What about Caleb Plant?
Huh?
Caleb Plant. When he fought Anthony Durrell with that one-punch knockout power he never had.
Okay,
He
but
was
then
the SNAC
did he
program.
get off the SNAC program when he fought David Benavidez?
Yo,
Huh?
Did he get off of the SNAC program when he fought
Hey,
David
guess
Benavidez?
what? Hey, guess what? I'm glad you said that. I think so because guess what? He didn't have the local. Listen. Come here. Don't move. Come here. Listen.
My bad.
Listen,
You're right.
listen. He did not have the SNAC logo nowhere on his trunks when he fought Benavidez.
It's an endorsement. All right, so
No, he's in the gym.
I
Caleb
didn't
Plant's in
know
that
that.
gym.
In NHA2, both fighters went through 8 weeks of VADA testing according to
No, they
content.
did not. No, they did not. Now, hold on. I got to address this, Jamil. NHA2. I can show you a screenshot in
Appreciate the
NHA2.
$5 super chat, my nigga.
NHA2 has been in my comment section thousands of times, and he watched my content. Now he doesn't give me any favorable reviews, but NHA2, you know this just as well as YSM, and I can send you a picture and email it to you right now. Terence Crawford did not test for VADA since the last couple of years, and we got that from VADA.com. So VADA's website tell you the last time the fighters test under VADA. You see what I'm talking about? Terence Crawford didn't test for VADA in the last 2.5 years. So don't say that there was 8 weeks worth of VADA testing between Crawford and Spence and you have no evidence of it.
Yo, we gonna head out on this note. My man Malik Hill says, YSM, can you set me and Blue Blood out for 3 rounds? Why you want to put hands on my man Blue? Why you want my man Blue, man? We gonna end with Marty, right? Marty, you said all of that. What would be your advice for Earl Spence Jr. in the rematch? And we're gonna leave
I've said this publicly, Claymont. Let me tell you how bad this situation is going to turn when the fans hear this if they haven't heard me say it before. I'm confident that it works. I'm so confident that it works. I want Errol Spence to go over to the SNAC program so him and Terence Crawford can have a more competitive fight. SNAC program for Errol Spence Jr.
Why not?
Why not? I guess that's an undertone.
My question was also going to be, why doesn't Errol take part in it? I was going to ask that.
He don't like him and Victor Conte. They don't like. Errol Spence can't stand Victor Conte. They've had a Twitter beef for years. He don't like the guy, personally speaking. But I say go ahead and whatever they doing over there.
Hey yo,
go good on the program.
Hey yo, you know what, man? You know what? Marty shit has an undertone, and I've called him out on it. But you know what I'm gonna do, yo? I'm gonna get on the SNAC program.
I'm doing it.
All right. So we all, everybody here, we gonna get on the SNAC program, and we're gonna see if our performance is enhanced. Hey Victor, you can wire that money to YSM Sports.
Yeah. Hey, listen, and Claymont, don't see Jamil want to call it an undertone, but when Victor keep hearing this, he got to send Manager Marty that check, baby. He got to send me the check.
Claymore won his too, man.
Big facts. Hey, look,
Claymore won his too.
I'm on that. That's a fact.
Write that check out. You know what I'm saying? We got right now it fell to 69 people, but we got 69 more customers, man. Yo, I'm not capping. I'm going to get on the SNAC program.
Give me 30 days.
I want to see what
I'm playing. Give me 30 days, and not even like 2 weeks. I'm getting on it, bro. I'm getting on it.
Yo,
especially now that I got the Manager Marty endorsement. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Now it's gotta happen.
They should put that on a shirt.
Yeah.
Manager Marty approved
like
SNAC.
I approve it. Hey, it works. It works.
Appreciate you guys. Hey, fellas, I'm out. Thanks for hopping on.
Thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate you guys.
Just met you, bro, but I fucks with you heavy, yo.
Thank you, family.
You're a good dude. Manager Marty, always a pleasure, man. Always a pleasure. Keep doing your thing. You definitely look like the album about to drop with the whole leg. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm in my Tell Greg Hackett for real, man. Salute for how you moving. I'm assuming you inspired him to do that a little bit. Man, I've been watching him from when he had like less than 1,000 followers. And I love his unbiased and that trainer perspective he brings to his breakdowns, man. Like, I don't really think there's any other platform out there that's really giving it up the way he does. I really think he's in a niche. And now that he's getting the interviews, yo, anyway, salute. Tell him I said what's up, man, for sure.
Yeah, man. Greg's my guy, and
That's my man.
crazy thing is
50 grand.
the crazy thing is, like, me and Greg, I was a fan of Greg. Like, and people may not remember this, but Greg was going at it with Shane Mosley. He was training Gabe Rosado. I think it was like the BKB, and he was going at it with Shane Mosley. And that's when I became a fan, because he was so fucking entertaining. This is before I ever even started doing this. So when I started, my brother hits me up and was like, yo, you should interview Greg. I went down there. I'm like, fuck it. You know, because at that point, bro, I was just trying to get in the game. I would do anything with anybody.
Right.
Went down there, interviewed Greg, and I just loved it. I loved our chemistry. I just loved the content. And while we weren't getting a buzz, I just knew that we had something there. Mm-hmm. And I'm blessed that he just took, number one, that he took the time out, and then he takes the time out for me, you know, continuously, because like dudes like Marty, dudes like Coach Rell, Boozy Ennis, Jaron Ennis, Rob Acosta, man, Breadman, Grass, Paul Crawford, for them to just let me in their circle. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And, you know, it's made all the difference in what I feel like is the best sports channel on YouTube. You know, other people will say other things, but I feel like my community is the best, and I owe it all to them.
You have a lane, and it's and nobody else is messing with. Like Philly boxing, I don't see nobody else holding it down like y'all doing. Like, period.
Yeah, but they're the stars, right? Like, I'm, you know, some guys have platforms where they're the guy. No, I'm not the guy. They're the guy, and I feel like my city is the best boxing city, and I love to tap into that. So dudes call me biased and all that shit. I don't like. I interview Bomac. I ain't got nothing against Crawford and them. I just think Boots gonna clip you. I tell him that to his face. I think Boots gonna clip you. Prove me otherwise. That don't mean I got nothing against you. You're a black man. I still support you. But who we think's gonna win the fight is irrelevant. But yeah, man. Salute to y'all. Salute to everybody in the chat. I appreciate y'all, man. We out. I gotta go get something to eat. I'm hungry as shit.
Oh, I'm about to get
Thanks for having me on, Wyatt, son. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you guys, man. Peace.
We out.